Perfect. Alright. Well, shit.
This is a headgum podcast.
What's up, all family members? It's Ian Carmel. I want to tell you about a new podcast I have with my friends Isaac Lee and Zach Harper. Are you a basketball fan? Do you like the NBA? Are you curious about what Victor Wembanyama's going to do this season? Do you think Scoot Henderson is maybe going to win the MVP, the Defensive Player of the Year, and the Rookie in the same season? Are you wondering when LeBron James is going to finally let himself go bald and embrace his destiny as the greatest bald athlete of all time? Have we got a podcast for you? It's called Emotional, a basketball podcast. Zach Harper is a basketball writer with a decade of experience knowing about what's actually going on the basketball court. I am an idiot who has absolutely no foundation for my very passionate basketball opinions. And Isaac is somewhere in between, steering the ship the entire time. We're putting out at least one episode every week, probably no more than 3, discussing everything going on in the NBA right now. It's at patreon.com/emotionalhoops. It's $5 a month, and that gets you exclusive basketball content. We just recorded our first episode. It's 2.5 hours long, and that's what you can expect from us. Way too much talking about the sport that we care about more than almost anything in the world, and even some of the things that aren't sports related. Basketball. This is all... Katie?
Sorry.
Katie. This is All Fantasy Everything, the podcast that fantasy drafts anything and everything from the world of pop culture. On today's episode, we're drafting phone applications. I'm your host, Ian Carmel, and our guest today, at the beginning of November, is our friend, podcaster, television personality, Jeopardy impresario. I don't know if I'm using the word impresario right. Jeopardy contestant, Katie Nolan. I'm joined as always by my friends and comedians, Sean Jordan, and returning from Bolivia, David Bory.
I'm back.
In the timeline of these podcasts coming out, he
I'll
may
be gone again.
He may be yet to have gone to Bolivia. You know what? It doesn't matter when he was in Bolivia. It matters that he's here. Let's get into it. Hey, welcome to All Fantasy Everything.
Now I'm waiting for the big welcome, and I don't get it, and it makes me laugh all the same.
I don't know. I don't know if I'll ever do a big welcome ever again. I think we might be in the placid welcome zone.
What?
Will you say a different word the way that you used to say welcome?
Yeah. Necronomicon!
That was Necronomicon?
Necronomicon, the Book of the Dead.
Oh, I thought that was when you loved dancing with dead people.
I thought it was a dead people convention.
It might be it's a dead people convention. It's a funeral director. Necrocomic-Con.
I'd go to that.
Would you?
Would you
I'd go to that. I'd go to that. It's in dark San Diego, right?
I'd go to that. It's dark San Diego. Will you write a TV show and set it in dark San Diego?
Dark San Diego. It's just
Dark San Diego.
Everyone's bummed out.
It's about the La Jolla Comedy Store.
Yeah. Everybody surfs at night.
I did one of those shows in San Diego where you do a set and then you get high and you do another set.
Why would you say yes to that?
I've said yes to it a couple times because
What, do you not smoke weed? Am I not aware of
No.
you?
Yeah, he doesn't at all.
I don't.
Yeah.
And I still think I should be able to. So
Yeah.
once a year or something,
Yeah.
I will be like, you can do it, and then I can't. I'll never
How
be
much?
able
Well,
to.
can I ask a follow up, or we can move on?
No, please.
Yeah.
How much are you thinking you can smoke? Are you hitting it like a guy who smokes once a year, or are you trying to look cool and taking too many?
I'm not trying to look cool, but I'm not
Not
hitting it
trying
like
to
a
look cool,
guy
you know what I'm saying?
who. I was trying to look cool. I'd smoke it like a
Sean
devil.
hits it and says things like, "It's the Bombay!"
Where'd you get this dang chronic, bro?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh.
He says he's feeling Irish.
I do a lot of this. Do people do that when they smoke weed for real? Or is that
No,
a
I
kid
don't know.
thing?
I don't understand what you were doing.
I don't even need
I'll tell you who definitely won't understand it is the people listening to this
You
podcast.
couldn't hear it?
What are
No.
you doing?
That thing? You know, like
What
when
are you
people
doing?
inhale,
Are
they,
you laughing? Is that a laugh?
you know, like when people are trying to hold the hit in and they
Oh, you
go
mean
like,
when they're trying to hold it in for a second?
Yeah. No, they don't
no,
really
but like
do that.
it's like it's a cough that you hold in
Sure,
and it like
no.
it balls up in the
No.
top of your nose.
They don't do that.
You have to know what I'm talking. Katie, you
Of
know
course
what
we
I'm talking
do.
about?
Yes, that's why I'm answering
They're
your
looking
question.
at me like I'm a
Well,
lunatic.
I don't know if they do that. What they do is buy posters of Bob Marley playing soccer.
Or like the half lion, half Bob Marley's face.
Yeah, that's another good one.
Come
a
on.
nice red light for the porch.
Yeah, great T-shirt. Great T-shirt.
I think I had that T-shirt.
Everybody had that T-shirt, and no one bought it. It's just the same dank, nasty T-shirt that got passed around to all of them.
I think I had it in middle school, decades away from me even trying weed.
Yeah, well,
Just like, this is just how I feel. This is just how I feel in 6th grade. Sorry.
Bob Marley the lion.
There's subtle Jewish star imagery in his stuff. I'm not going to look into why that is. I'm just going to rock it.
listen, man.
Enjoy it.
I was chanting down Babylon from a pretty early age.
Yeah. I didn't even know Bob Marley was dead till I got to middle school.
No,
Take
that
the
was...
news.
It was, I put that T-shirt on. And
They're making that movie. What do you think? Hit or miss?
Who's
a Bob
making that
Marley
movie?
movie?
They're making about Paramount, I think. It's what's it called? It's
You're a big studio guy, right?
I was gonna say, why do you say the studio? Not
Come
like
on,
a name of a
Paramount.
person. They're filming
I
it on
don't know.
Fox
I've never
now,
said that in my life. It's the one thing I know about the movie.
Fucking Matt
I'm the one
Bellamy
that-
over here.
I'm the one that brought it up, so I figured I should
Did
say
you
something.
read
But
for
you're
it or
right.
something?
No, yeah.
That would be the craziest turn of
They couldn't find a place for me, but they were like, "Man, you killed it. We just don't know where you're
We
gonna
love your
fit."
vibe.
Well, Universal had it for a while, but they let the rights lapse, right?
Oh wow,
So,
that was a miss. Or
yeah.
was it
You
the
know
right
what?
move? We'll
Get
find
Dana
out.
Gordon on the phone. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of doing all the Dana. I just want to. Dana knows where it's at. I got her a job.
Dana Gordon? What, do you know who's playing Bob Marley? I feel like that's the most important detail. Director and who's playing Bob Marley.
I feel like it's a new person.
I think it's Mike Epps.
It's Mike Epps. It's Mike Epps and Omar Epps playing Bob Marley in two different phases of his
Together
life.
again.
I'd watch that.
Yeah, I would too.
I would too. Bob Marley, the hilarious Bob Marley.
Did you see that Chris Rock is doing the Martin Luther King movie?
He's directing it, right?
Yeah, which made me think that like he just did that so Will Smith can't play Martin Luther King. I feel like he's specifically doing this to take from him the role of a lifetime. Right? It was a long con.
Maybe that's for the best.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yes, I agree.
Speak on it. Come on.
It's petty, but maybe it's for the best that Will Smith isn't playing Martin Luther King Jr.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm okay with it. He's not like a
Good
You know,
actor.
as long as it's not like Michael B.
Come on,
Jordan.
Hitch.
Everybody loves Hitch. We all love Hitch. We all love the Fresh
Come on,
Prince of
you
Bel
wanna know
Air.
he was the superhero?
Hancock is
Yeah,
good.
also great.
Pursuit of Happiness is good.
There are certain kind of movies that there's nobody who's
Boobies?
Boobies? You said
Did you
what?
say there are certain kinds of boobies?
That Will Smith is into?
There
For
are
sure.
certain kinds of movies that Will Smith is into, not his wife's.
I truly love boobies.
There are certain kinds of movies that Will Smith, there's nobody in the world where you'd rather have than Will Smith.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's certain kind of movies where you're like, how come nobody told you that you shouldn't be doing
Do
this?
this.
I need him to be Will Smith, not an
Yeah.
actor.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So if it's
Beautifully
like
said.
Will Smith doing stuff, yeah, I want to see that. Do I need to hear him speak with an African accent for 2 hours about CTE? Fucking no, man.
Oh my god.
No.
I forgot that was him.
It was bad. Sean, I would have rather seen Sean in that role.
Damn.
And we'll leave it at that.
Oh, come on, Sean, you don't want to throw an impression
You don't
in?
wanna try it? You don't want to leave for it?
We'll put a period on that sentence.
And I thank you for the vote of confidence, and we'll leave it at that.
Until A24 does it. Yeah.
What if it was the RZA as a concussion doctor?
We've put a period on that sentence as well.
Oh wow! Look at that.
Wow. This is growth.
I don't know who I can impersonate. The Shermanator. I look like the Shermanator from time to time, so I could just do that.
I don't think you do. You think you look like that guy?
Everybody told me that in high school, like it was a good thing.
You
And
really
I was just
don't.
like, man, you guys.
You don't really.
They're lying.
You're a
to
very
your
handsome
face.
guy. Although in middle school you did. To be
I
fair,
think Shermanator's a butt ugly guy. I just don't think that you guys look
He's
that
no,
much
he's no
alike.
Chris Paul. I'm not crazy.
That's true.
oh, so that's still going on though. That's one of the things that's still happening.
yeah.
One last hurdle for you to jump over. What if it
Was
was
to think Chris Paul's handsome.
no? What if it was Shaggy in a movie about concussions?
Period.
Sean, come on. Why do we invite you?
Wow.
For real.
Oh no!
There it is. It always sounds like Shaggy's talking from underneath a blanket when you do it.
It sounds
And I
like
don't know.
Sounds like Meatwad watched a Shaggy video and he's like, I can do it. And
Yeah, reggae meatwad.
Reggae me.
there's a Halloween costume. I've been trying to
Or
think
a
of one.
band name.
Yeah.
I don't think you can get away with reggae meat one.
Reggae Meatwad?
I wouldn't try it.
No, I won't try it. I won't try it. I'll just be a taco again.
That's cute.
We're drafting. We do the plugs later now, Katie. We're insane. We're insane. We're
I like
crazy. This is
Switch it up.
November is back. We have November returns. This is the first episode of November. Isaac, what day in November is it when this is coming out?
That's a great question. Let me pull up the calendar app on my phone.
Thank you. See, well, hey.
Don't quit saying
I'm gonna go ahead.
picks.
Don't say
Quit
picks,
saying
bro.
picks.
I'm gonna go ahead and say November 9th.
Is it the 9th or is it going to be the
No, that's
2nd?
impossible.
How would that be possible? It's gonna be the first week.
I think it's the
so it has to
second.
be 1 through 7.
It's either the 2nd or the 9th.
Sean, you know how a calendar
Fuck
works?
you. It's
This
the
is-
second. You're right.
This is premium content. November.
It
It's
is
November
second.
2nd. Today's
The second
November
one would be the
2nd.
9th.
November 2nd.
It's November 2nd. Katie Nolan's a semi-annual All Fantasy Everything residency.
An honor to be here.
Semi-annual, semi-November. Sometimes
Is it
it's
not
October.
annual?
I don't know if we did.
Oh, it was October last
We
year.
did. We did
We did
K-Tober
K-Tober
last year.
last year?
K-Tober.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Katie Nolan's annual All Fantasy Everything residency, which takes place always in the autumn, but not always in November. Katie, thank you for joining us. Have you thought about what sort of other topics you want to explore this month? Is there a vibe you're putting out this month? Is there general energy?
That list is fire.
It's not. I mean, Sean keeps
It
saying
is.
that, and it's making me uncomfortable. I keep
I
it
do
running.
like you.
I keep a note in my phone so that anytime I'm doing anything, if it randomly occurs to me, I'm like, oh, we should draft that. I just jot it down because otherwise I think I'm gonna remember and then I forget when you ask me. So I sent that list over to Sean. But it's looking back over it, I was like, I don't think I really care for any of these.
They're dope. And
It's trash.
Yeah.
It's trash.
But I'll
It's
keep it.
trash.
We're gonna keep it.
I like it.
I expect better from
I
you.
know.
I thought it was
I
bad.
know.
I
And I will
interpreted
be
it
better.
poorly, but that's my fault. You know what I mean? I'll have to work my way out of it.
No, I mean this is the best one to pivot. So like earlier, Dave was saying he thought we were drafting appetizers, but if you gotta go off top, this is the easiest one to go off top because your list is just on your phone already.
I'm picking the same list. I don't give a fuck.
I have a mozzarella stick app.
Yeah.
Buffalo Wing app, dude, it's probably on there.
Do you think there's not a fucking Crab Rangoon app? You think I spend all my time on?
Come on.
My only issue with this, David, is that it was one of the more memorable drafts, the apps draft. It had a big moment, a moment in the lore of the
Katie,
All Family Everything.
I've been living on tour. My head is spinning. I'm
No, I
sick.
get it.
I just
You're
forgot.
sick?
You're always kind of sick.
Forgot.
If you're flying a lot, right?
Kind of sick, right?
You all right?
Yeah,
If
you
you're flying a lot, yeah, it's always a little bit.
Something's always. You're too close to the sun for too long when you spend all that time in airplanes.
I shouldn't be up there that much.
No way.
And sleeping in hotels a lot. It's like they're not as clean as you would like them to be at them.
No.
It's that remote, they say. The remote and the curtains.
Really?
Really covered in...
I touch
Good
both of
stuff.
those.
Why the curtains? I got.
Touch both of those
What
a
a good
lot.
question. I think it's got to do something with looking out a window
People,
while
want-
engaging in
people
an
want to smash
activity.
up on the window. I get it.
I drape myself in the curtains and put the remote in my mouth when I get into a hotel room.
Isn't that step one?
Make a
Am
little
I not
hotel
supposed to do
grenade
that?
out of yourself?
Yeah, I thought that was the activity.
What do we get in a room for?
I'm not supposed to do that?
And then you let room service come in, and you go find me.
Oh.
Ice bucket helmet? None of this? I'm not supposed to do this.
Ooh, I stopped drinking out of the ice bucket.
Drinking out of it.
Who said they eat
Zach
pho
just
out of
got
the
a-
ice bucket? Oh, Zach.
Oh, that's wilder. I would just fill it with ice and then have an everlasting ice water cup. But probably not.
Whoa.
What?
He
David,
said-
what?
Yeah, I don't. It's not ideal.
You were sipping out of it?
Yeah, I would fill it with the liner, the plastic liner, and
You were
then
drinking out of a bag?
in a bucket. You don't just drinking out of a bucket.
And IV
Okay,
is
and
drinking
that
out
is
of a
true.
bag, and hospitals do that. So it's
Yeah.
like, let's get off our high horse
Ian.
for a second.
Thank you. Thank you. Bucket drinkers unite.
We are drafting iPhone apps, and the way we determine the order of that draft is through a rollicking game of rock, paper, scissors. Play between the three of you, draw and shoot. Here we go. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot!
That's quick.
Oh!
Golly,
What are you
golly.
doing with paper over here?
David wins an unnatural victory throwing
Sorry.
a paper.
You
Go on.
can't. Of course, I don't always throw rock or scissors.
You almost
That's
always throw
insane.
scissors.
I think I do by
No.
accident.
My buddy Rat always throws scissors, and
I think
he's
if
got
you
two
look
kids.
back, I always throw scissors.
Did you say he's got kids?
Yeah, always throws scissors, and he still beats me. He's been letting it be known for 20 years. He always throws scissors. So he still beats me.
He just gets in your head.
He's in my kitchen. I don't know what to do about it. Anyway,
That's all right.
Not
I
through
lost, I'll
paper.
David, as the winner of Rock, Paper, Scissors, it is incumbent upon you to determine the order of today's draft. Before you do that, I will remind you, it's a serpentine draft.
And what is that?
Great question.
do re mi fa sol la ti do 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 ti la so fa mi re do 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 re mi fa sol la ti do. It's kind of like that.
Yeah.
Not bad. I've never heard somebody
Right.
speak
I know. I
a
was
music
doing
scale,
it, but I don't. Let me try it again.
Sing
do
the
re mi
song.
fa sol la ti do do ti la so fa mi re do do
Yes,
do
he's
re
reading
mi
this.
fa
He has
sol
to
la
read
ti
it.
do. Of course I gotta read it. You can do it
Read the
backwards. Do it
song.
backwards.
Read the song. Sing the song. Do a deer, a
Oh,
female deer. You remember?
Yeah, do it,
Red, drop my
golden
golden
sun. Me, a name.
What I
I
call
call
myself.
myself. Fa a long, long way to run. So, a needle pulling thread. La, a note to follow. So,
Cop out.
T, a drink with jam and bread. And it brings us back to do, re, mi, fa. Yay!
Yeah.
La, a note to follow soul. How long do you think they tried to come up with what la could be? And then they were like, let's just say it's the next
Fuck
note.
it.
La Cañada Flint What about If only they had known.
If only.
If only.
And now that Shonda sang that, it's my turn. Edelweiss, Edelweiss,
Damn it.
you look happy to me, small and white, clear and bright. You look happy to me, blossom of snow, may you bloom and grow.
Oh, I want to make it keep going.
And
Yeah, I know. I feel different now.
Forever. Edelweiss, you look happy to me.
Oh, wow. Let me go now. Let me go. I got one. I got
Thank you.
Yeah,
All right, here we go.
You ain't gotta say too much from the look in your eyes. I can tell you wanna fuck. You ain't gotta call me your boo. Just as bad as you wanna fuck. I wanna fuck you.
It's
What
not
a
doing it.
crazy song
Such an
to
insane
listen
song.
to in junior high school.
It's also crazy that it was in The Sound of Music. But Rolf wanted to fuck.
Yeah. I'm talking about a different kind of occupation.
That's right.
I gotta say, I'm gonna listen to that. That's gonna kind of be the
I
day.
bet you are. I'm surprised you don't listen to that every day.
I
Yeah,
watched Blood
yeah.
In, Blood Out, and I walked 10,000 steps on a treadmill the other day, dude.
I know.
Was,
I talked to you.
it was sick. We got a treadmill that just holds the laptop. I can just sit and watch, motivating shit and get my
Blood in,
steps
Blood
in.
Out is not motivating.
No, it's not motivating, but it's captivating, I should say. It is.
Yeah, two
That movie.
words that mean two different, not even related things.
There's a lot
Right.
of bad stuff.
That's
So-
not in a good way, but it gets me, makes me feel active, I guess, watching a movie like that. So that's what I would say. When I was walking, I just felt like maybe tense or something. So anyway,
That's
I watched
probably what it was.
that movie's 3
That
hours
feels
long. I
right.
watched 2/3 of it walking. Anyway,
Yeah, it was very long.
David, basically what it means is you pick fourth in the first round, you pick first in the second round. Now, with that in mind, what will the order of today's draft be?
I think I'm gonna go Ian, Katie, David, Sean.
hot corner,
Damn.
hot corner.
Okay.
This is okay.
You're still in a hot corner. You're just
I'm in a hot
different
corner.
corner.
I'm in the hottest corner there is.
Well, the thing with this, I mean, these. Well, I don't want to get in there. Some of these are boring, right? Like, I don't want to talk about what you're using. Kind of boring to start with.
Here's how I approached the draft, if I may,
Yeah,
Katie Nolan,
yes,
from stuff.
please.
From Jeopardy.
It was that if I don't get the app in the draft, I can't use it. So I drafted my strategy is based off of yeah, they may not be the flashiest picks, but I'm
Yeah.
picking them because it's like I use this every day, and
Right.
if I didn't have access to it, I would be upset because that's how a fantasy lineup. I don't know if you guys know anything about actual fantasy sports, but if you don't get the player, then you
Right.
don't get to use them for the season.
Yeah.
So that was kind of the approach I thought we were taking. Now, David thought we were taking food you eat before you eat your food.
Shareability, presentation. I'm a big texture guy.
So we've all got our own strategies that we've
I
written.
just was thinking about the websites draft. What was the first website you picked, David? What the first
That
pick
is
of the
so
whole
bad.
thing?
Fucking, it was not a good one. Not my wheelhouse.
Now, there's. I don't know if I want to ask this question or if I want to find out while we're drafting, but I have
9
the first
inches.
pick.
You don't want
so
to find out while we're drafting, so.
I do want to find out while we're drafting. Now that we're putting out video clips. We're just going to get to it. We'll be right back after a short break.
This episode of All Fantasy Everything is brought to you by Nuts.com. Now, kids are back in school. If you don't have any kids, you are working. You are on the go. You're busy. Snacks are going to be flying out of the cabinets. That's just a year-round thing. With Nuts.com, you can keep that snack stash stocked with all your family's favorites, with all your personal favorites. Essentially, Nuts.com is your one-stop shop for freshly roasted nuts, dried fruits, sweets, pantry staples like flowers and more. Wide selection. They got everything you're going to need. There's something for everybody. Really, they offer you all these snacks, all these stuff that you're going to need. They have plenty of gluten-free options. They have organic choices, diet-friendly products. Seriously, whatever you're looking for, if it's something sweet, if it's savory, your boys, I'm a savory boy, we all know that. You want to stock up on everyday cooking essentials, they got you covered. Nuts.com, quality is top priority. They roast their nuts and pop their corn the same day it ships. You're not getting on any like old stale nonsense. They reach you deliciously fresh. All right, deliciously fresh, which could be a rapper name too. Satisfaction's guaranteed. I was stoked. We got to choose. I went with some of the savory sweets. I got the chocolate covered coffee beans. Your boy got some chocolate covered gummy bears for the family, and they are gonna make an amazing holiday treat. I already cracked into them. I didn't tell them. If they're listening to the show, they're finding out right now. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to do it. So get on there. Just go explore. They have so much stuff that could cover you. You know, you shop a la carte at any time. Opt into the hassle-free auto deliveries. You're never going to run out of your favorite items. And if you're already all stocked up at home, they also sell directly to businesses. So go on there. They got something for everybody right now. Nuts.com is offering new customers a free gift with purchase and free shipping on orders over $29 or more at nuts.com/allfantasy. So go check out all the delicious options at nuts.com/allfantasy. You'll receive a free gift and free shipping when you spend $29 or more. Again, that's nuts.com/allfantasy. This episode of All Fantasy Everything is brought to you by James Allen. Now, when you are, dropping hints to your partner that you want to ring, if they're dropping hints to you that you want to ring, or that they want to ring rather, you have no clue where to start. You can't keep buying yourself time by stalling, saying it's going to be too expensive, saying you don't know how to do the process. Trust me, I went through this process. It was so hard to know what my wife wanted. I had no idea. I'd never shopped for a wedding ring, an engagement ring, any of that. It impacted me so much. I do stand up about it. So I wish I would have known about this sooner, honestly, because thankfully, JamesAllen.com is now making buying the perfect engagement ring a whole lot easier. JamesAllen.com is the destination for designing a customized engagement ring that your partner's going to love more easily than you ever thought possible, and saving up to 50% compared to traditional stores, which, holy buckets, that would have been nice. It's another thing your boy didn't know. It's expensive. I had no idea. I didn't know what to expect. But with JamesAllen.com, you can choose from over 200,000 certified conflict-free diamonds. They've got both earth-created and lab-created, so, whatever you're feeling, they got you covered. Once you pick your diamond, you can see it in a magnified 360-degree view. You can see what actual diamonds look like up close in HD on your phone or computer. Way more than you're going to be able to see looking at a jeweler. You also don't have to act like you know what you're doing. That's one of my big things. When you go into somewhere, you always feel like you got to act like you know what's up, like you know anything about rings. You don't, and that's fine. Nobody does. James Allen does. That's where you need to go. They got you. Do it online. Do it on your computer where you can sit and be like, I don't know what's going on. Thank God I can see so close. So after you do that, you pick from hundreds of ring settings in platinum, white gold, whatever you want. JamesAllen.com also offers an augmented reality ring try-on, so you can just kind of see what it's going to look like on your hand. That's amazing. You already know your partner's checked out the feature once or twice. Who doesn't? It's just like me. I might even design my own another ring tonight. See what time it is. I could have 3 or 4 on at one time. Who cares? Here's what really makes the most helpful place to shop. They offer real-time diamond consultations with non-commissioned experts who can walk you through the whole process. They can educate you on all the technical stuff, answer your questions, anything you need. They got you covered. Go get on it. Get 25% off your first order when you go to JamesAllen.com and use code ALLFANTASY. Again, that's code ALLFANTASY at JamesAllen.com for 25% off. JamesAllen.com.
Welcome back to All Fantasy Everything, one of millions of podcasts.
Oh.
No, I started buying bubbly water.
Since when?
Wait, what?
If we're saying crazy shit.
Is that crazy?
You
I
had
bought
that
my first
loaded.
I bought my first 8-pack of Spindrift ever, bubbly water ever yesterday. It was
What
Spindrift.
flavor?
Blood orange tangerine.
Blood orange, blood out.
Two citrus.
What do you like? Is this because you don't want to take in so much Baja Blast?
I want to. I just don't. I always want to. That's never
We're
gonna
at
go away.
capacity.
I've stopped drinking soda to slim up for this taping in October. So I've stopped. No soda, no
Maxed out on the
caffeine.
blast.
10,000 steps a day, no alcohol. Yeah, trying to eat vegetables at least once a day.
Whoa.
So yeah, Spindrift, baby.
Well, congrats on the water, Sean.
Preach.
Yeah, welcome to the club.
The whatever the red, the like sort of maroon can of bubbly water tastes a little bit like Dr. Pepper. Just a little.
Don't, I hate when people say things like that.
A little bit.
Doesn't.
A little bit.
It does not.
The wind
Dr. Pepper
off
is
of
the
Dr.
greatest.
Pepper.
Yeah,
I
it's
love
like if
Dr.
somebody was in
Pepper.
the other room yelling Dr. Pepper and you
Yes.
were 2 rooms away with all the doors closed.
It
Exactly
gives me
right.
the scoots. It gives me the scoots. I can't do
Dr. Pepper?
it. Yeah.
Gives you the scoots?
You know, Booshoo and Boogie.
Diarrhea?
The green apple splatters.
Diarrhea.
Oh, fuck.
Come on.
That was awful.
Why?
You ruined
Green
my
apple
day.
splatter? Why is it green?
Yeah, and what's an apple got to do with it?
You don't drink green Dr. Pepper?
I think it's from eating maybe a green apple, and
Am I
that
doing
gives
it
you the
wrong?
splatters.
Yeah, I
If
don't
you
know.
get diarrhea from a green apple, Sean, you should go see a doctor.
Yeah.
No, I hate doctors.
And
What about
I'm
Dr.
kidding.
Pepper?
I have a doctor. I go to the doctor.
His
you
name
can't
is
make that
Dr.
joke
Pepper.
anymore. It's a different time
The
now.
doctor.
You do your own research.
It's time for my first pick.
Oh,
The first pick of the draft. We're drafting iPhone apps. I don't know if I'm being too originalist here.
what?
I'm taking messages.
Okay.
Yeah, no, of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's- I mean, it's an app
someone
that-
had to.
I mean,
So
are we
name
just,
one.
is stuff that just comes on the phone and you're like, this isn't a phone without it? Like, so we're counting that.
It's an
Yeah.
app. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's what I was saying. Like, the first few are probably going to be a little, like, pedestrian, if you will.
All right,
You
great.
gotta
Well,
have it.
you got to draft that running back. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
he's on the board, or whatever you're supposed to draft first in fantasy football now. Even though the most recent message on my phone is from Shane Torres, and that is, that's not what you want. That's not ideal.
Not a selling point, certainly.
Not a selling point.
Do you have any that you've saved, that you've saved through the phones?
What
Like
does it
old
say?
text that you just don't want to delete?
I mean,
Oh, I don't really delete text messages till I get a new phone.
I don't
I have
either.
my phone
Yeah.
set to delete them automatically. I once had a phone that I had too many messages and it took up all my memory and it just stopped working and I could never even load the messages that I had been holding on to anyway. And so it just got to a point where I was like, you gotta let things go. You can't be a pack rat in your phone because you're never gonna pay for the one with the most. You're always gonna buy the one in the middle with the memory.
Right.
And at some point you either gotta do one or the other. And so I have learned to let go, live in the moment.
I'm a digital pack rat. You don't even
I am
want to
too.
know how many red messages I got.
Oh, yeah. Way
Red?
back.
What do they turn red when you say
No,
it?
like the red.
Oh, red, like READ.
Yeah, yeah. No, like RED, the ones that you haven't looked at.
Oh.
Oh,
Like the
really?
color, it's like it shows it as red on there. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, like the little notification.
Oh, the
you
little
get,
red.
the little-
Oh,
the little
dude.
red.
Okay. Let's see. Should we
We're
go?
gonna be honest right now.
Do you want to go?
Alright.
Do you want to go unread message to unread message?
Let's
Damn.
do it. What are you?
We're
Alright.
just talking message app, right? We're not doing anything else yet. We can
We're
do this
talking
on a lot,
message
which
app.
would be fun.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
601.
Yo, what? Ian, what?
Jesus.
Ian, what is that?
Oh, I've been up there.
I have
Why?
one.
1,298.
Guys, these are text messages, and this is an app you drafted first. Clearly, you don't even open it.
That's
I open it
I
all
think
the
it's a
time.
testament to how much he does open it that some stuff just slips through the
Are
crack.
there group threads that you have muted?
There
that you...
are so many, dating back to like the Late Late Show, so many group threads and just stuff
Yeah.
where I'm like, I don't need to know about this. I don't need to know
Just
about this.
delete
I
it.
don't need to know about this. That I just never clicked on.
You guys have too many friends. I've got 2 unread messages, and I actually can't even find them. Just they're still there, and I don't know where they.
I have one unread, and it's just notes to myself that I send like once a week. I just refresh it with like my to-do list. That's always the
That's
one.
wild, yeah.
I've got one that's probably 15 deep from an Orthodox Jew in my neighborhood who keeps coming to my house because he saw a mezuzah on my door.
And then you gave him your phone number?
Yeah.
It's written on the mezuzah.
He's I forget what organization he's from. Dana knows, but he's pretty orthodox, and he comes to my door, and like he came like pretty quick to us moving in, which leads me to believe he walks through the neighborhood looking for mezuzahs.
Right, he was waiting.
Yeah.
I shouldn't use a word. I have no idea what it means. What's a mezuzah?
It's
Besides,
a
fun to say.
Is it the thing you put by the door?
It's the thing you put it on the door, and yeah, exactly right. It's got a little prayer in it, and you're supposed to kiss your finger and touch it when you walk into a door.
Play like a
Okay.
champion today.
Well, exactly. It's the Notre Dame thing, but for Jews. Pray like a champion today.
Speaking of messages, Shane just texted. Okay, I'm watching Blood In, Blood Out.
Oh my
I
god.
just
The okay before that leads me to believe that you like
I
sent
did.
several
I
messages
swear.
or called him being like, "Hey, you need to watch Blood In, Blood Out." 10 minutes later, you watching Blood In, Blood Out yet?
You definitely sent like a text and a picture of the laptop, and you were like, I'm watching Blood In, Blood Out. This is so cool. I was like, what?
I mean, yeah. He goes on page. Anyway, you don't need to hear all this. Yeah, a version of that happened.
But
Messages.
messages. Because I don't want to get on the phone. Not to say other pics.
Well, okay, and
I'm a phone guy.
I
You
was
are
gonna
a phone
call
guy.
you yesterday, but I
Yeah.
didn't want you to think something was wrong, so I posted a bunch of Instagram happy birthday clips instead. Because whenever someone calls me, I think something's wrong, unless
You
it's you.
do.
Yep, unless it's you.
That's something you
Okay.
should work
I would
on.
never think that something was wrong if you called me on my birthday.
Oh, that's true.
We're recording this the day after my birthday.
I didn't even think that you'd be like, it's my birthday. I didn't even
Oh,
think about
that's
that.
true.
I didn't want to be at dinner and be like, oh shit, and then but of course it was your birthday. You knew it too.
I fielded quite a few calls yesterday.
Oh, I would have. I didn't even think about that. I don't like calling people because I don't want them to think something's wrong.
That's
like,
also why your numbers are juiced. Your text number is up because yesterday was your birthday. And I know the day after my birthday, I usually have a bunch of texts that I have to go through and say, thank you so much.
The anxiety,
numbers are
I hate
juiced.
that so much. I hate that. It's like more of a job than I want it to be.
Well, sometimes you're like, you always love when somebody does not turn it into a conversation. When somebody's
Yeah.
just like, they respond and then they give the like thumbs up or the heart and then it's
That's
done.
it.
Oh,
But
I
it is
love it.
tough when you're entering into 17, how have you been? And you're like,
Yeah.
it's not great. I don't want to say.
Fucking a year older, that's how I am.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Nothing new. See you later.
Because the problem is, I got an easy birthday to remember too, so I feel like people like, you know what I mean?
Totally. And let's all say
Yeah.
it. Let's all say it on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
May 5th.
May 5th. I think I'm on Corona.
Katie's internet lagged at such an inopportune
It's crazy.
moment.
Yeah, that was
It's crazy.
crazy.
'Cause she was probably the one who said it first, chronologically.
I could see her mouth moving before. I just didn't catch it. Yeah, it just was late.
Let me
It was
open
delayed.
my and put that in there so I don't forget.
She didn't
So I
say
don't
a
forget.
pick.
That's right.
How many syllables do you think are in that word that you're about to say? Oh,
It's
okay.
so
Oh, I don't think I
abbreviated.
have
Do you
that
understand what I'm
app
saying?
I deleted that when I got married.
No, I'm just...
Okay, May 5th, like we all
Boobs,
knew it
butts, and
was.
stuff. That one.
Sports?
Huh?
Sports? The podcast?
Sorry, I punched my microphone.
That's all right. That's all right. 2 men enter, 1 man leave.
Yeah, man. Messages, of
Let it
course.
run out.
That's right.
Yeah.
Messages. Gotta have it on there. Utility player. Enough said. With apostrophe and then N-U-F-F. Like that, you know? Like a cool way to say it. Katie Nolan, it is
No.
time for your first pick in the month
No,
of
it's David.
November.
I thought it was Ian, David, Katie, Sean.
Ian, Katie, David, Sean.
Ah, now I gotta redo the whole. All right. Well,
Mess the whole thing.
okay. With my first pick, I'm gonna take Uber.
Oh, yeah. Big hitter.
It's just I look. I don't want this to be the way I am, but it is the way I am. And if that app didn't exist, because I had a bad experience on Lyft, and I've used that against it. So I'm, not that Uber's perfect.
A funny
But
bad experience on Lyft, or the kind where you tell
Just
us
one
and
of
then
those
we're all
ones-
just like, oh man.
Yeah, one where if I told the story, the podcast wouldn't be as fun,
Yeah,
So it's just
yeah.
like and again, I know that could happen on any app, but it happened to me on Lyft, and all I can do is then go, well, that's it for that app. So anyway, if
Yeah.
Uber went away, and I had to call cabs, I don't know how I would have. It introduced a convenience into my life that before, I guess you could say technically existed, but we didn't know. We were calling cabs.
If Uber was gone, I'd be back on the bus.
For days. I
Hiring
remember calling
cars?
cabs.
Yeah.
We'd call cabs at like Barclays, and in Portland they'd be like, oh well, hour and a half, whatever, and you're just standing out there till 3:30 in the morning in the rain. It was crazy. Or you'd call one, you try to be preemptive, call it like an hour and a half before Barclays, and they'd be like, all right, 5 minutes. I mean, it was just tough.
I think when I was working on Chelsea lately and I was dating this girl who lived in Portland, I would do the thing where I flew back to LA on the very first flight on Monday morning, the flight that's out at 6 a.m.
Damn.
And this was pre-Uber in Portland, so you'd be standing outside at 3:30, hoping the cab that you ordered was going to show up.
Yeah.
And sometimes it wouldn't, and you were just like, well, I'm gonna get fired? There's no other way for me to get to the airport right now. Other than I guess I could have. I think she did have a car, so we're
You
gonna
go
go
wink, but that's the worst thing. Be like, hey, I know I said you weren't gonna have to
Cab isn't
get up.
here.
Yeah.
Drive me to the airport now.
I also
Right
feel
now.
like for all the bad it may have put into the world, it's gotta have done something for our drunk driving numbers. I feel
It
like
has to.
it has
Yeah.
made it incredibly easy to leave your car wherever it is and go home.
Yeah, and now it's just the Uber drivers who are drunk.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. As I mean,
And
the numbers are up. We're doing well.
numbers are
We're
up.
a career year of drunk
I had some
driving.
dude in LA. It was crazy. I almost the most cocaine I think I've ever seen someone on. I didn't see him do it, but holy buckets, the dude was bonkers. Just shit rattling everywhere.
Have you ever had a driver smoke a cigarette with you in the car?
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy. I'm like, I guess.
We had a dude in DC
Have you
who
ever
would
tried to?
not. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, have you ever had them try to pitch you something where they're like,
In
hey,
LA, yes.
do you like this song? It's actually me. You're like, bro, I don't give a fuck.
I've got business cards in LA. Like, you feeling this? Like that? Just like, here's
Yeah.
candles or whatever.
That's the most U2 thing where they just force you to listen to their album and there's nothing you can do about it. Remember when U2 downloaded an album onto everybody's phone and we were like,
I
no
hate
thanks.
it.
No
I remember
thanks.
the one guy was like, do you like Armenian house music? And I was like, what about this ride?
Sometimes.
Thus far.
I
I
remember
don't actually know if I know the answer to that question.
I got this dude King. His name was King. It's this Armenian dude in Glendale, and I felt so safe right when I got in. He just looks back. He's like, "How you doing?" And I was just like, "I'm great, man." And then he just was on the phone the whole time. Every now and again, he'd be like,
Oh,
and he was driving,
yeah.
and I was like, nothing's gonna happen to me in King's car. Like it felt like you ruled Glendale. I felt
Yeah.
great.
He
So
was the
sometimes
king
it
of
works out
Glendale.
really well. Yeah.
Capital of Armenia? Anyone?
Oh,
King's car,
it was
apparently.
just on Jeopardy.
Art
It
suck?
was?
No.
Yeah, it was. It was like God, like
It's
3 days ago.
Yerevan.
Oh, Yerevan.
So,
Dang it.
just in case you want to be smarter today.
We lived in Glendale for too long. Did I know that, Sean?
Yeah.
That's on us.
Bordered by Georgia, Azerbaijan, Iran, Turkey, and Russia.
Look at you.
Well, Armenia doesn't touch Russia, but you get what I'm saying. Let's keep it moving.
Is this having prepared for Jeopardy, Katie?
You're my favorite
this is-
Azerbaijani.
This is me finally realizing I need to know where the countries are and what their names are and what their capitals are. And so I did that. And now I just have that.
What is the capital of? Let's throw this out there. What's the capital of Poland?
Warsaw.
There you go.
That was an easy one.
Yeah. Well, I'm working it up.
What's the
Mongolia.
capital of Djibouti?
Djibouti. That's an easy one too.
Chip butthole.
I really did like it though.
Yeah,
I
Djibouti
really
was
did
fun,
like
man.
it. I like it a lot.
It was good.
What's the capital of Mongolia?
It's Ulaanbaatar. I don't know if I'm saying it right. I've only ever written it, but
Yeah.
yeah.
This is rad.
Isn't that neat?
Red.
It's kind of
Yeah.
useless other than just people asking you, what's the capital of blank? But, I feel smarter.
I feel dumber, so it's working.
Which counts as South Dakota.
Pierre, right?
Yeah. If you're not
Yeah.
from there, it's
Yeah, I
it's
guess.
Pier.
To the extent that South Dakota is capable of any form of self-governance.
And who's picked?
David Boren.
What? I think I'm gonna go Venmo.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, especially being on tour and selling merch, and just
Yeah.
general going out with, it's completely taken
never
over
use
in
it.
cash, and it makes it easy to, it's just like, I use it so often.
Yeah.
Bought drugs on there.
Oh yeah.
It is so fun when someone's like, because now they can't do the whole "I'll hit you," I'll get you.
Yeah,
Like, you do it if
scan
you
my
say it.
shit right now.
Because I don't expect, like, if I'm ready to pay for something, I truly expect to pay for it. It's fine. But if somebody says that, "Oh, I'll get you," it's always bothered me because you're like, well, are you gonna or are you not? So now
No, they're not.
You're like,
They're
"Good,
not."
just do it right now. I made my grandpa do it because he always says
Jesus
it.
Christ, Sean.
He didn't Venmo me, but I was like, you got to give me $20 because he'll pull his wallet out, to pay for things, and every time my mom is like, no, and he just puts it back. It's like routine. So one of the last time I was back home, he pulled his wallet out and I was like, give me $20, and I made him do it.
Damn.
Your grandfather give you $20?
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, well, I mean, he just pulls. It's so rude to do. Like, if you act like you're to pay for something,
We all just made
Throw
the
down
same
on it.
face.
Is it rude?
I think
Yes.
he's doing a nice gesture, and then someone's telling him not to do it.
don't
Because
you
you're
do
the
this.
patriarch.
Don't you
know?
ride for Larry Thomas like this? You don't
It's a-
know him.
It's a time-honored social tradition, kind of pulling out the wallet, making a show of it, and then being
Yeah.
told, no.
Right.
I'm always ready to throw down if I pull my wallet out.
I
If
can
don't
tell
pull
you're
it out,
pissed.
I get mad at him because he takes advantage of my mom. This is a whole nother thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, if I pull my wallet out, I'm always ready to put some money down. I wasn't always, but now that I'm not like flat broke, I'm
Yeah,
always
if you
ready
don't
to.
have the money, you do the fake pat. Like, oh shoot.
Oh, shit.
Oh, I don't even have it on me.
And my phone's
Oh,
dead.
Shit. Tough.
You could
That's
take
tough.
Cash App. You do the one that people have the least.
Yeah, there were a few times, more than a few in LA, where we'd go somewhere and I'd just be like going in, I'm like, I can't pay for anything. And everybody was always cool about it. But it's a tough feeling when you're
And
like,
you got a baseball stick.
Yeah, you did.
an Outback.
Yeah.
That was so weird.
I also got like
I don't think it
four,
was
I also got,
cheaper
like,
than a
4
regular
drinks,
steak.
too.
That's
I
what
didn't
I'm
mind-
saying. I don't think it was cheaper than steak.
I didn't mind letting IK pay for all the Jameson they had, but I couldn't bother with $5 more of a steak. Yeah,
I think I got roofied that night.
that was
That steak nice.
that was a
Oh,
gnarly
yeah,
night.
with Solomon.
We went to the Austin Powers pop-up
We went to-
bar
Yeah, we did go to that
Wow.
Austin Powers bar.
for Becky's sister's birthday, and then we went to the. It was a weird one. It wasn't a natural. Something happened. I don't know what it was, but something.
I only had a
weird
few
happened.
drinks, and this was back in I can have a lot of drinks, and I blacked out early and puked everywhere. I got very
Yeah, who
sick.
gotcha?
I don't know.
Austin
Probably
Powers.
fucking Dr. Evil at least.
I might have been Austin. I think he was probably about that life.
It was
too.
Mr.
Yes,
Bigglesworth.
We took pictures with him, right?
Yeah.
Oh, we did.
Wait, they had an impersonator in the bar?
Yeah.
That was
the whole thing. It was
Oh, the whole-
it was
I
an
thought it was
Austin
like a
Powers
theme of
pop
it.
up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they had
And
like
that means
this.
just like the fake cast was there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a picture.
There was a fake
They had
Austin
all the
Powers.
shagadelic carpet and shit, like all the people walking around dressed like henchmen, like passing out. It was really fun.
Like once an
That's
hour,
cool.
they had an Austin Powers dance party kind of thing where they would play
Yeah.
and Austin
Yeah,
Powers
yeah.
would go up and dance and say,
That's
"Yeah,
fun.
baby." Yeah,
It was
great.
nice.
Fun. What a cool. Oh my god, you pulled it
Yes.
up very quickly. Oh, I think I've seen that.
Yeah, a lot. He
So
pops
funny.
up with a lot of people.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Party with celebrities.
Oh yeah, that was the caption. I'm very funny.
Another fun thing to do on Venmo is to go down the feed that they have for some reason
Yeah,
and just see
guys,
what
make
everyone's
it
up to.
private. What are you all doing?
Yeah,
crazy to me.
mine stays private.
Yeah.
Right. I don't need you to know where my money's moving.
I don't like it when other people like my payment. Like if I accidentally or somebody sent me
Right?
one that's not private,
Yeah.
and somebody randomly likes it. Like whoa.
Don't
Why
do
do
that.
that?
Watching.
here.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is not about you.
Quit pocket watch.
Ellen Vank paid Anna Walter an undisclosed amount of money for
I just
champagne
saw
and a
that.
melty face.
Yeah, mine's
know?
private, and it's always just a piece of pizza that I put. Even though it's private, I still, because you have to put something, which, that's a weird, you have to put something, right? You can't just send money without putting
Yeah, you have to put
a
some.
period or something.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's an odd one.
they tax
It's
it.
funny
now.
when you're like, hey, this is for the drugs. This is for all those mushrooms.
Yeah. This is spell
Oh,
it
that'd
out.
be-
This is for all of those mushrooms you sold me.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I'll make it on private and just do that.
Yeah, it was
Jane
fun.
Torres paid Matt Layshawk for raps, and then separately for Jim.
Raps with a W?
Raps with a W.
He paid him for some bars.
Bars.
Dropped a guest verse.
Bars.
This is also revealing your app pics are revealing I don't go out. So when you said Venmo, I'm like, oh, I see the value, but I don't open it ever. But it's because
Oh.
you are social, and I
I use it all the time.
You're going somewhere with all those Ubers, Katie Nolan.
That's a good point.
Yeah, I think it's drafted based off of my old when I lived in Hoboken and I had a job. I needed. Now I just
That's
taxis.
fair.
Do you subways any of that stuff now that you're in New York more?
Yeah, not
or-
when it's underwater. Not
yeah,
when
it's
there's water
underwater.
gushing out of the tiles, which was
Yeah.
sick. But yeah, I'll use it if it's especially if it's not too hot in the summer. Whoa,
Oh, it's gross.
whoa.
Oh, it's gross.
Yeah, I'll do. I'm
You're talking
I'm
about
a lady
soup?
of the people.
No,
Sorry,
soup
I
later.
lost-
Soup later.
I lost the thread for 1 second and I can't.
Subway.
I checked
Subway.
back in.
The transportation, not the
Subway.
sandwich shop.
Oh, okay. I don't like soup in the summer either.
But also Subway when it's hot is gross too.
yeah,
The lettuce.
yeah.
We're not a seafood sensation. It's refreshing.
That's insane.
Oh my god.
That's nuts.
Oh my god. That's the name of a thing. Seafood sensation.
Yeah, they don't. It's kind of discontinued, but it was
Yes, it
imitation.
should be.
It's imitation crab. It was good.
Oh my god.
I couldn't get. That's
Oh
the
my
one
God.
Subway I really couldn't get behind.
I mean, I
tried
guess
it.
tuna. I'd rather that than tuna because it's imitation crab. So
It's imitation crab, so-
It admits it's pretending to be something it's not. Whereas, what is the tuna?
Tuna.
Hi, tuna.
Okay.
Hopefully,
Alright.
imitation crab is pressed whitefish, so it's not like
Oh, it is.
yeah.
I thought that meant it wasn't fish.
No, it's fish. It's like a pressed whitefish that's boiled with crab shells to get sort of a crab essence.
It never gets it across the finish line for me though.
I thought
Every
it was
time
cream
I have
cheese. Is crab rangoon cream cheese?
Crab rangoon
Christ,
is
Sean.
called crab rangoon because it resembles. There's not always crab in it. It's because it resembles a crab.
Yeah, but
I
there
feel like
should be
there's
crab in it.
never
And yes, it's cream
crab in
cheese.
there.
Yeah,
Yes,
almost
there
never.
is little baby chunks, but it's usually whitefish. Now I know.
Damn.
Which is funny because they put that pink stuff on it to make it look like a crab, and it's
They do
just
indeed.
painted fish.
They did. They paint the fish. They paint the whitefish with some sort of food dye. Hopefully, food dye. You never know.
You never know.
Look,
You
we
never
ended up talking
know.
about appetizers anyway.
Yeah, see?
It always
Can you
comes
still
back.
get imitation crab in California? Did they cut? Is that one of the things they cut out?
I could see you guys doing that. No
I could
straws,
see-
no bags.
Yeah.
No Skittles.
And I used to love nothing more than jamming a straw into a bag of imitation crab like a Capri Sun. But a big boba straw on a hot day.
Oh,
On a hot day.
yes.
And scream inhaling it
Yeah,
Oh man.
like that.
on your rollerblades going right down Rockland.
Oh yeah. Me and King, dude. Oh. Sean, time for your first and second picks.
Well, in the vein of yours, I'm gonna pick Safari for my first
Ah.
pick.
Not a Chrome guy, huh?
Yeah, I just use Safari all the time. I don't know. I don't really care. Whatever gets me on the internet, but yeah, just all the all the websites, man.
How
It's
many
just like-
tabs do you have open?
All the websites.
I have
Oh man.
16.
Whoa.
One of them is this one.
Oh,
Look at
nice.
that.
That's nice. I have 204.
204.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
I have a lot of stuff I need to go back to.
That's what. So every time I open, it's like posting links and stuff on when we talk about different apps, but I don't like to look for the links, and so
Dang,
Jeez and rice, you
463.
I didn't know
Serious?
you could close them.
So I told you about that. I took my mom in because her phone stopped working.
Oh
And
no.
she had like 10,000 open. And the guy's like, whoa. It stopped her phone like traffic. It's like, I didn't know you could have that many open. So every link
You
she
can't
ever
close them
clicked
all
on.
at once, though.
No, not anymore. I think you used to be able to, but then they realized that's a stupid function.
Yeah, I have my four games that I play: Wordle, Actorly, Moviedle, and Framed, and so those are always open. And
What
then
does mine say? I favorite Bing.
you're a Bing guy.
Damn.
No, I swear to God.
Damn, quit
At
saying
least I'm
bits.
using Google on Safari, not Bing on Chrome.
Love Bing, dude.
Does Bing have an app?
It has a thing right here.
It probably takes up your whole screen though. It's one of those big apps.
It's in my favorites.
That's
Why aren't there any companies that have an app that's like the size of 4 normal apps? Like, you think you could buy? You wanted to have a big app?
Are we talking about
talking about?
appetizers?
Are you talking about like a big square?
A combo
Like
platter?
a big square. Like if I started a new company and
I've
I was
never
like,
seen
I
a
want
big
my
square
app to be
Ooh.
the size of 4. I don't know.
Oh,
If I
I
start-
think
you
it
say,
takes
why
up the
can't they?
space.
yeah, I'm gonna start
Because
like a
they
jump rope
can't.
company. Why not? Why can't my app just be big?
You're gonna start a jump rope company.
I
I've
want
never
people-
heard you talk about jump ropes until.
Well, there's a
Can
lot
you
there.
jump rope?
Can I
No.
jump rope?
Yeah, can you jump rope?
Yes.
That's not a crazy question.
Can I jump rope?
That's not a
Can I jump
crazy.
rope?
That's
What
not
do
a
you
crazy
mean?
question.
Just answer the question. You're stalling. You can't jump
Yeah,
rope.
this guy's fucking
never
terrified. You
played
can't
the
jump
game.
rope.
Uh-oh.
Do we want?
To have a jump off?
Are
Yes.
you looking for a rope?
I have one in the garage. I'm looking to see
Why'd
if I
you
can do
look
it
up?
in here.
You
Because I'm looking to see if I can do it in the room. I'm gonna go get it.
He's like, how long would it take to get this thing down? I really haven't.
Well, I'm like, can I jump rope in
You
here?
can't.
I don't.
You cannot and should not jump rope in that room.
No, what?
Isn't that like one of the rules? Don't jump rope in the house?
It's my fucking house.
Whoa,
That's
okay.
right. That's right. Whose
Laura's-
house?
The only way I say that is because Laura's gone. I would never.
Yeah, I know,
I would never say that if she could hear me.
I think it's the bank and Laura's house, and then you. A third in that order.
Damn, you had to crush me like that.
Maxine, maybe
Yeah.
even above you. Maybe even
Yeah,
Maxine
she
above
might
you.
Crush
Look
me.
at the sleepy dog.
And
She's such a
so
sleepy little
sleepy.
bitch.
Sleepy little bitch.
Sleep much, piece of shit.
Hey, watch
Oh, my
her.
dog.
I can call her a
Sorry,
bitch because that's
sorry.
what she is technically. She's a
Yeah.
female dog.
Oh, that's right.
I want no
So-
parts of this conversation.
This bitch right
Safari, and then
Ugh.
I'll say Spotify.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Yeah.
I'll say Spotify. There are a couple more maybe that that would get me farther, get a little more use out of. But I use Spotify. I don't know, all the time, like all the walking, driving, all the time. I have Apple CarPlay, so I'm just out here with Apple CarPlay. It's not a big deal. And
It's really
Yeah,
not.
Spotify. No, I mean it's right. It's not a big deal. I have it. And
No, it's like comes pretty standard with a lot of vehicles and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah, it does. And I'm one of those vehicles. And it's not a big deal at all. I got it in my car, which I have. I have a car. You know. No MacBook
Wow.
Pro. Whatever. Just out here.
Hey, I'm sorry I brought up the thing about the bank and Laura. It feels like it's now kind of.
I bought all this stuff. I definitely didn't have to borrow $8,000 from Laura to buy my car. So we don't. I mean,
Yeah. Well, that's
No.
good because that
Your
was
car cost $8,000?
14, baby.
Damn, really?
You got almost halfway.
It was funny. I was trying to finance it, and she's like, anyway, well, personal stuff. But yeah, Spotify.
What,
Yeah, of course. Spotify.
Yeah.
I don't use Spotify. So I'm interested to know what you like about it.
What do you
I just-
use?
Apple Music.
I
Here's the thing.
used
When
to.
as soon as I started to make like enough money that I had disposable income, and I was still, this was during the transition from iTunes to Apple Music, so I had all of my music in iTunes. I would just buy people's albums when I wanted to listen to their music because I felt like if anybody had the ability to buy an album, it's somebody with a like support the artist, you know. So I
Yeah.
bought all these albums that I. Then immediately they were like, or you can pay this and then get unlimited streaming, and I'm like, oh well. At this point, I have all the songs I like. I bought them all. And then Apple Music came out, and I was like, oh, they'll all be in the same place, so I'll just use that. So that's what it is.
I still go buy stuff for people that I try to support.
Yeah.
I go buy it on Apple Music.
Sean's a good person, too.
I really just don't.
Listening.
I really just don't use it. I'll use it on airplanes sometimes because it's all there. Spotify sometimes doesn't work, but
You used to buy a new song every time
every
you
time
took
I
a flight.
flew, I would just buy a song to get me through
That's fun.
one of my
And
old
then you would just listen
superstitions.
to the one song, the whole.
I would listen to I would listen to Taylor Swift style when I took off and landed every single time for years and years, and then I would listen to whatever new song was after that, and then
Wanna go outside?
before that. So after I took off, style was done. I'd listen to the new song.
The movie of your life.
Superstitious stuff. I
Yeah.
just So anyway, it's fun to sit in the airport and have a new song to listen to. Sometimes I like tweet about it and people give me recommendations.
Sean, what's the last new album you bought to support somebody?
Atmosphere's newest album.
When did that come out?
Last year, I want to say. What I was just thinking about is I gotta go buy Kyle's Shocks and Struts is what I gotta buy. I haven't bought that yet, but I have been listening.
By the cow.
Yeah.
On the rug.
What came out this year? It was earlier
Drink
this
that
year.
free milk, baby.
All right, so you guys like Spotify, and you have the ad-free one.
I don't have Spotify.
I do Spotify. I use Spotify.
What do you use? You just like I like to listen
I
to
don't want to say
silence.
things. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just put it in my headphones and play nothing, but make sure people don't approach me.
That's great. That's a good move.
Do you really?
Yeah.
You sit there like running quiet?
Sometimes I do that. Yeah. Like in
Do that in
airports
an
and
airport.
stuff.
I'll do it. Where
Oh,
if you're sitting, you don't want someone to strike up a conversation.
But you
at the
do want to
bar.
be able to hear if there's like an announcement, so you just pick
Yeah,
the headphones up.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll do that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I used to do it on the bus too because the bus
I do it on the
is wild.
street sometimes too. Yeah.
As a woman, I never take them out. And I never got AirPods because I'm like, no, I need them to know. Don't.
I don't.
have
AirPods
headphones.
don't seem safe.
I would lose AirPods. I think.
Yeah, they don't fit
Yeah,
in my
that
ear. My
shit's-
ear's too small, and it just shoots them out, and then they're gonna fall between a airplane seat, and then you're like, well, there goes that
Yeah. No.
$100
Man,
piece
I
of
saw
equipment.
somebody had to just up everybody in their whole with like 9 people. So they were in the middle. The 3 people in front of them, 2 on either side, the 3 in back of them. They were all involved in looking for this AirPod that fell out of
That'd be my
It was a
nightmare.
night flight.
I'd be
all the
so
all the
embarrassed.
flashlights were on. This dude was on the floor in the aisle. Everyone's standing up. It was nuts.
Not worth it.
I don't even think they found it either. Yeah.
Who we got there, Ian? What's going on right there?
That's my little cat Addie.
I love little pets.
She likes to
you
flop
got
down
these
the-
little... Oh,
She likes to flop down next to Dad when he's sitting
what
on
a
the couch.
sweetie. Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
She's about as sweet as it gets, cat-wise.
Yeah, which is not that sweet.
Not that sweet, but she's
What
incredible.
do you call a cat bitch?
Usually something like Megan.
Is it Megan?
Is there not a fun term for that?
There has to be.
Who do you call a cat?
Wait,
bitch?
so a lady.
The guy who abstained from the conversation before. It's like, is she a bitch?
She could be a little bit of a bitch.
What do you call a cat bitch?
What's a female cat called? Oh, there's 3 different. A Molly, a queen, or a dam.
Oh,
Damn. Bitch.
Talking to a cat, pointing at a dog.
A completely acceptable sentence. We can
Yeah.
say it in church.
Yeah, which is totally okay.
Spotify. If you're listening to this on Spotify or any other app, thank you.
Yeah, preach.
David,
That's
time
right,
for
they
your
have
second pick.
podcasts.
Podcast.
My second pick is going to be only boring ones. Now it's all I got left. YouTube.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Sure.
That's not boring.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I watch a lot of YouTube, a lot of dumb videos. Unfortunately, there's a lot of videos about comedy now that I get sucked into like a fucking goon.
And wait, are you talking about those
All
those
the
like
ones that are-
hour-long documentaries that people make now
those
that
are
are like
crazy.
exposing why Tom Segura hates poor people?
Yeah, you're never gonna believe what Brendan Schaub did last night. Because it's always like
It's
just
always
the,
Brendan Schaub. They're
Yeah,
always
It's
going.
got a heavy internet community.
it's just like the length of time to get from like right when you grab your phone from security to when you get to the gate, it feels like it's like they're the perfect length. And I go deep on those. It's
People
not
put
great.
a lot of like production value into some of those like exposing comedian videos. It's like if you applied yourself half that much to learning like I don't know airplane mechanics or coding or like something like you could have a great job within a couple
They do it
years.
for love of the game, Ian.
I only do it for comedians I don't know though, so that like it's never my friends. Although I was watching one and somebody claimed that one of my friends is an industry plant the other day, and I was like, this is too close to home.
Who is the plant?
Cool.
This guy said Sam was.
Sam J?
Sam Talent.
Oh, Sam Talent?
He was like, the guy was like, well, you know, there's all these guys, and I know they have dedicated PR teams. They were planned. It's so-and-so, it's so-and-so, it's Sam Talent. And I was like, brother, if you knew how long.
Oh, my God, that's so
shocking
funny.
that somebody would
It
say
was
that.
crazy. It fucked me up, too. I was like, I gotta stop listening to this shit.
Well, yeah, because now he's proven he doesn't know anything. Or
Yeah,
she,
I never
assume he's a
It's
guy.
It's a he, Katie.
Safe assumption.
It's a dude.
The only thing that's been proven is that David doesn't know Sam Talent as well as he
I was gonna say
Damn.
industry
Yeah, you can't
plant
just name
Sam
somebody talent. It was too obvious. They're hiding in plain sight.
Yeah.
Right, but also he would have been inserted in the 9th grade was when I met him, and he was the funniest guy ever.
Deep state, dude. I wonder what Sam would dress like if he could pick his own clothes.
Exactly like the way he dresses now. I don't think those guys know anything. It's just kind of funny.
You don't do that. That's weird. Hey, stop. She sniffs where her butt was on the couch.
Okay, who amongst us?
Yeah. They're just like we are.
We don't all have health insurance. You know what I mean? So sometimes you just gotta like look into
You
it for
can tell
yourself.
by the smell if it's a little sour.
Yeah.
Yeah, she gets
Anyways.
just like ashamed.
Yeah, YouTube. YouTube's what happens at the airport all the time. That's the airport.
Yeah, a lot of
Drop it up on the
YouTube.
bar.
YouTube
Yeah.
is good.
It's just there's so many rabbit holes to go down, and then you're watching like, how come Allen Iverson's rap career never took off? You know what I mean? Or
Stern, dude.
whatever.
David Stern bought Jive. It all,
I know.
Like, yeah.
We all watched it.
But yeah, I use it a lot. It's fucked. I don't think it's great that how much. I just I don't know.
An average of 2,500 new videos are uploaded to YouTube every minute, amounting to 183 hours of video content with an average of video length of 4.5 minutes.
Stresses me out.
Every minute.
Right? Like that if you started watching it right now, you could watch it for the rest of your life.
A lifetime.
There's no
You
bottom.
would never catch up.
That's crazy.
There's no
the algorithm
bottom.
will just keep pushing you further and further right until you're left again.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
pretty crazy.
You see it happening just now.
Oh, that happens all the time. Do you ever click on like one thing where
Out
you're
of
like,
curiosity.
out of curiosity
I just want
completely?
to know.
And then I'm getting all these fucking Liver King videos
Oh,
or whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? I hate that shit.
Yeah, you're like, what kind of intermittent fasting is right for me? And then like 3 months later, you're like, women shouldn't vote, right?
I'm like, oh, maybe I should put MCT oil in my coffee. And then 3 weeks later, I'm like, yes, Jordan Peterson, assign me a man when I'm born.
You know what's wild? You watch so much of it that the commercial, the ads start being what you're like, oh, what is, now talk to me about this mud stuff. I watched like a 4-minute ad on that mud drink that was before the video that I even wanted
What's
to watch.
happening?
What's mud drink?
It was
Is
that
somebody
stuff that-
selling you mud, Sean?
The guy was like, I got sick of drinking coffee, and I'm like, I'm sick of drinking coffee.
You are.
Damn near
Oh, wait, I
whispered
do
it out
think I've
loud
heard
to
of this.
myself.
I do think
And
I've
then
heard
he's
of
like, this is a perfect. I watched a 4-minute about how it gets you all shredded. I mean, it doesn't, but
They
I watched the
gotcha.
whole thing. They got
Are
me.
you gonna get some?
Nope, I'm not gonna get any mud.
Well, they didn't fully get you then.
They're working on it.
But
I
here
might
they
get
are
mud
getting
at some
free
point.
publicity.
I know.
If they do a fucking collaboration with Mountain Dew, they'll have you.
Oh, Mountain
Dew?
Dew?
Mountain Dew.
Get some Mud and Dew for days. Mud flavored Mountain Dew, give it to me. It's still gonna be good.
No, no, I don't think it is.
Katie, tell me your second pick.
It is?
Yeah, oh yeah.
All right, in that case. I'm going to take the Notes app.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
In a
Damn.
room full of comics, I really thought that would go earlier.
My
Like, maybe
notes
just
app
have like
goes
actual notebooks.
Great.
Yeah,
no,
I got
kidding?
like
Me and Jay-Z
there's
up
a
here.
lot going on in here. I've got just little, and a lot of times, even when I make a note, even knowing that there's gonna come a day where I need to find that note, so I should put words in it that make it easy to find in a search.
yeah.
I always manage to screw it up and be like, oh, this word will be the word I need, and then I'm like, who wrote this? Why did I? And then I never find them. So I just have like it's like a graveyard of half funny thoughts.
Same.
How far back's your first note?
Boy.
That's a few years. My most recent note is just wings, poppers, crackles, shrimp.
All the apps you're gonna do. Wings, poppers.
Edamame.
Yeah.
My oldest one is that my mom used to have a signature on her text, and she did. They all said Team Edward on them.
That's hilarious.
So she'd text me serious stuff, and then it would just say Team Edward, and yeah, I had to get it off there for her. But
I used to work with this kid whose text signature was "Fight till my heart's black and blue." So it'd be like, but it would be like mundane. You know what I mean? He'd be like,
Yeah.
"Hey, did you grab those buckets? Fight till my heart's black and blue."
That's what my mom would be like. Yeah, sorry, Lynn's in the hospital. Team Edward, and then it had a little squiggle line on either end of Team Edward.
Oh,
my
yeah.
God.
Yeah, church it up a little bit.
My oldest note is from December of 2012.
Whoa.
There you go.
Mine goes back to 2017. Is how far?
Mine's 2016, I think. And it says, remember, vote for Donald Trump.
Oh, Lake Fleet. That's my oldest one.
Oh,
Lake Fleet?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
sick, dude.
October 11th, 2017.
That's so Lake. Oh, that's dank.
This
Oh,
also
wow.
says Stepan Arkell didn't have a job. That was probably going to be a good bit.
What did Stefan Urkel do? Just
Exactly.
he just lived off Urkel.
He was like getting money off the girls, probably.
Yeah,
Like, hey, would
Did
you,
Urkel
hey,
have a job?
could you pay my phone bill this month? Like that kind of stuff.
right. Homosexual, I believe.
Yeah.
The term is.
Boy, I've never heard that. That's a funny one.
You know
Maybe
what
all of your...
Never heard homosexual.
Oh, sorry, I thought we were going to talk about homosexual
Excuse
more.
me?
That's
No,
my
I've just
bad.
never heard it. It's ask and answer.
Katie, a lot of your big apologies you do off a notes app and then you
Yeah, that's the other reason,
screenshot it,
because
right?
it allows me to say all of the ways I've actually been victimized in this situation
Yeah.
in one tweet. So I don't have to send a thread. I can just screen grab my notes app where I say, like, it's been so hard for me over the last couple days with everybody being meanies. And
If you were offended by my actions, I apologize.
then I'm
We're gonna
sorry.
put it on
But
them.
if you weren't, I'm high fiving you,
Yeah.
right? Because like you get it,
But if you weren't, you can join my Substack.
right? For free, I'll give you a discount for the first 2 months at least. Yeah, mine are all just scripts from when I was doing daily videos. So it's just like Monday 3:18, Tuesday 3:19, and they're all just really bad jokes. So
Mine are all, I don't know what the fuck this
those
is.
are the old ones. You got me way
Yeah,
at the bottom.
that's
The
a
top
lot
ones
of
are
it.
good.
Some of these are like AFE lists and I can't remember the draft. Pudding, bologna, swings, Legos, bubblegum, fruit snacks, bedtime.
Stuff
Kids,
we wish
stuff
that
from
could
your
replace our
childhood?
organs.
I think stuff I missed from childhood. I think you're right.
Had to be pudding. Had to be.
Pudding, bedtimes.
You can have pudding, man.
Okay, guy.
This one just says suspicious and there's nothing.
Here we go. Here's a good one I'll give to you guys for free. This was clearly I'd smoked a little bit of weed and thought this was genius. Plot idea is the name of the note.
Yep.
Yep.
We beat the machines. We're in the future. We can't turn any electronics on, so nobody knows how to do anything. Comedy ensues.
That's very funny.
So somebody write that down so I can delete it.
This just says everybody at the Y.
I mean, that's true. That's true,
nothing
though.
else.
That's right. That's so right.
Everybody at the Y.
Excellent. Time for my second and third picks, as it is a serpentine draft. Shout out to the Notes app.
Shout out to Notes app.
All right, I'm gonna take FaceTime. I'm going hard.
yeah.
Never use it.
Yeah,
No way.
I'm going deep. Comes with the iPhone. Ass apps. I just love this one. I am the only member of my family who doesn't live in Portland. I miss a lot of events. There is a pretty low ceiling on how good a FaceTime can be, but there's also a pretty high floor. You know what I mean? Like, oftentimes the phone will get passed around the party. I have no idea what anyone is saying, but it's nice to see people. It's nice to get a little bit of, if you'll forgive me, FaceTime with folks who usually like on the phone
and
with.
that's why they did that.
Mm-hmm. That's why they did that.
Amazing.
I was resistant to it for years.
Were you?
Yeah, I do it mostly with family now.
Yeah, same. I don't want to FaceTime anyone who's not family.
What's the etiquette on a FaceTime out of nowhere?
No, never. You hear me, Blair Saki? Never.
It's fun, I think. It's usually something pretty. That's the thing. It's never bad. That's got into this with Shane because he'd always answer the FaceTimes. He's like, "What if it's something bad?" And we're like, "We're not FaceTiming you at 3 a.m. with bad news. If Ian's dead, I'm gonna call you. I'm not gonna show you."
But for me,
if Ian's dead, the police are gonna call him. Okay. All right. Let's be very honest about how that's gonna go down.
I feel like whenever I get a FaceTime out of nowhere, I have just like popped 3 giant pimples on my face,
Absolutely.
and then all of a sudden there's a FaceTime, and I'm like, I can't answer this, and then I miss out on like something. Oh, we're with, somebody cool.
Bill Maher?
Yeah,
sure. You'd be really excited if it was Bill Maher, right?
I'd be like, new rule, only FaceTime me out of nowhere.
David just took off. I'm gonna take off too.
Wait, what?
I won't answer if I can't get loud. Ian'll probably go to the bathroom.
Why are they doing it at the same time? We're in the middle of a draft.
Keep talking.
Yeah, they might as well.
Keep talking, he said.
2 birds.
Sean,
so
just
I'll
us
fill in.
now?
I'll fill in. I'll be the third. If
Thanks,
you need a
Isaac.
buffer.
Wow, jumped at the opportunity.
Wow, no, I'm not that power hungry.
If I'm just sitting on the couch or something, and we don't have a big house, so if everyone's asleep, I won't answer FaceTime because I can't match the level of whatever's probably happening on the other end of the FaceTime.
Oh, sure, yeah. I get what you're
saying.
saying.
Then I won't answer it. But almost every other time, because, it's always, kind of fun. It also has been amazing with a kid because my mom doesn't live here, obviously, so we can just FaceTime.
Yeah.
And, Maxine knows my mom. She's only met her 3-4 times, but she knows her through FaceTime. So it's pretty wild.
It's adorable.
You can, stay connected and, open gifts and stuff. My mom will send gifts. And I'll FaceTime her and we'll open it and, thank you, Grandma Kelly, stuff like that. And
it's the stuff the internet should be for. Of you can reach any person anywhere and see them and talk to them. Not, you can yell at a bunch of famous people who have opinions you don't like.
Absolutely.
And get your own research from a man who's never opened a book before. That's the stuff that
what do I have to do with any of this?
yeah, why are you insulting Sean out of the
Why are you going to rip me apart? I'm trying to be all sentimental.
David, what came in the mail?
Some hoodie.
Oh, okay. I thought we were going to get the reveal since you opened the package like you were on a YouTube video.
Yeah, I forgot you guys could see me for a second. That's my fault.
I wore my peach merch the other day. It was sick.
Oh, did you? It's so funny after shows. You'll just see people around wearing a peach hat. It's a very funny hat.
I've been calling it my Sioux Falls shirt because it says Sioux Falls on the back. So I've been calling it my new Sioux Falls shirt.
I mean, see.
Yeah, no, FaceTime, I love it. I love it now.
Just a nice way to stay in touch with the old family. And now
I use WhatsApp, but...
Oh, that's a good one, too. But you're international.
Yep.
Mr. International player with a passport.
That's right. I think I'm going to. No, you know what? I'm staying in the. It comes with the phone.
Staying on the bottom.
I'm staying on the bottom. I'm taking weather.
Oh yeah.
Whoa! I never use it.
I use weather.
You never use such
time.
Dude, I'm such a psycho. I just Google weather in Pittsburgh. I never use it.
That works too.
I don't know.
That works too. Yeah.
I don't know why.
I check the weather on every city, on every major city from A to B when I fly somewhere, just so I know if there's going to be clouds. I get crazy.
Clouds are what you're worried about?
I was
storms,
rain.
Just rough air. And this, who knows if I have. This could probably be completely wrong, but if it's clear skies, I assume it's going to be a good flight, and that at least gets me through the first part. So I'm always checking weather.
I like the weather app. I'm always checking it too. I like the little graphics that they do in the background.
When it's a thunderstorm.
I like when it rains.
Yeah. I find it very placid.
Yeah, when the lightning it'll flash lightning on the app. That's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clear blue skies in Paris. You know what I mean? At night.
It's nice.
There you
It's
go.
good to know. What are the cities that you keep in there? I know Dan ceremoniously, because he'll put in whatever city he's going to, and then when he's done with the city, he like deletes it. Of like, okay, don't need to know anymore.
Sure.
But like I feel like everybody keeps a couple cities.
L.A., New York, Portland,
Yeah.
Vegas, London, Paris, Palm Springs, Denver, Austin, Minneapolis, Seattle, San Francisco, Newark, Chicago,
Shout out.
Kauai, Miami, Cupertino. I gotta get some stuff out of here.
I was gonna. Some of those don't need to be
so
there.
do I.
Yeah,
I got
mine are
Sioux
weird.
Falls, Portland, L.A., Seattle, Phoenix, Denver, New York, San Francisco, Minneapolis.
Oh, that's
I got-
good. That's a good.
I got
The airport
Denver,
cities.
Santa Clara, New York,
That's where your other
Denver
family
again, Vegas, LA, Valley Village, and Cupertino.
Yeah.
lives.
Because I lived in Valley Village, remember?
Yeah.
It's got a microclimate all its own.
Yeah. It's
Do I
70 right
remember?
now.
Dude,
Why
that
do I have
Valley Village place.
Indianapolis on here? Bye.
I was just there. It was very fun.
For the combine, probably.
Indianapolis.
Why?
They call it nap town.
Leader.
Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you, Indianapolis.
You know it's 10 degrees warmer in Tel Aviv than it is in Jerusalem?
I did know that.
Of course I knew that.
So,
We all knew. We stay knowing that.
sick.
Sick.
Oh, I like the little shooting stars in Paris when it's clear and it's night.
Right?
Phew.
It's whimsical. It makes you want to
It is.
go. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the weather app. I travel a lot. I often travel to a few of the same cities, Portland, LA, New York. So it's like good to keep an eye on what's going on there. How I need to pack.
Yeah. Denver for
Mm.
sure. That's
Yeah.
I'm always wondering what's going on in Denver.
That's my
It's
third
about
pick.
75.
Clear. Usually clear. Katie, time for your third pick.
Now, all right. Well, if I get Uber, do I get Uber? Or is that a separate app?
It's separate.
It's in the same app now, isn't it? Or no?
I
or
think I do it in the app, but I think it opens a second app. Like when you click on delivery, I think it takes you to another
It's a
app.
different
I
app.
don't-
It's a different app.
It is a different. Okay. So then I should probably eat because I don't. I eat food off delivery apps, so I have to draft one or I'm going hungry. So I'm gonna do Grubhub.
Ooh,
Sure.
okay.
Now listen, I know there's more popular ones. I know there's better ones. I know it's probably I'm due for like an update or a refresh on like let me act like I'm getting into the game for the very first time now and figure out what the best app is. The thing is, I've been in this game since it started, and I've just been on Grubhub since like
I get it.
Yeah, keep it
2010.
going. Why,
So
why
that's
not?
what it's the first one I open. It's not always the one I use, but it is the first one I open. I will say, once I moved into a major city,
Yep.
which was this year, you don't realize how and probably the pandemic affected this too, because everybody became a delivery restaurant if they weren't before, and so now it's like there's so many options within a delivery radius to me in this city that it's like impossible if you're one of those people that will like scroll Netflix and never actually settle on something
Yeah.
to watch. I can scroll through and be like, I could eat at any of these places.
Yeah. Maybe I'm a crab legs guy.
Yeah, or just maybe take whitefish, chop it up real thin, paint it pink. You probably painted it before, and then call it crab.
Just as good. And then douse it in mayonnaise and put it in the Subway loaf. You're at the races.
Loaf is the
But they called it
funniest.
Seafood Delight. Did it have any other seafood in it? I just pictured
Seafood.
tiny shrimps.
Seafood sensation.
Oh, that's
It was also called alternately seafood and crab. So there must have been other seafood.
Must
in
have been something
it.
else.
Yeah. I don't know what. Maybe two.
I'll have to find out.
It was
Oh.
delicious. It was very
Would,
good.
would it be better to know or not know?
Not
Yeah.
Not no.
Yeah.
Not know.
The mayo's there
Don't
for
tell
a
me.
reason.
Don't tell me everything.
The
That
sea
video-
is a vast and mysterious place.
Yeah.
It's true.
Could be whale meat on there for all we know.
I don't need to know. You know, you retweeted that video of somebody showing like this is your great Taco Bell, and it was like
I know.
them putting in cat food or whatever,
Rehydrated.
pouring water.
It was
and you're
beans.
Like, fine.
It was just
fine.
beans. It was rehydrating dehydrated beans.
Give
Yeah.
it to me. Whatever
Get
it is.
over yourselves.
No, we don't care.
We don't care.
We know it's Taco Bell.
You think I think I'm eating good in the neighborhood? We're not in an
No,
Applebee's.
for God's sake.
Come on. They're bringing
what
back
I'm
dollar
doing.
margaritas, by the way.
Dollar marks?
I saw that.
82nd Portland
Come
Holy
on.
Rockets, dude. I
How
gotta be
big?
is like mile and a half from the crib.
Pretty crazy.
Those are bad.
Yeah, I remember a bunch of my buddies went to one. I was on the road, and the pictures just devolved. It started out like all four of them, like, yeah, we're at Applebee's. And by the fifth picture, nobody has a shirt on.
Yeah. Still happily in Applebee's. Like,
Yeah,
they can
just-
stay.
Wasted.
It's just that one Offspring song, like one got wasted, the other's a waste. Somebody's dead, somebody's in jail. Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, you know.
Applebee's saw that Uber was getting the DUI numbers down and had to get involved in the game. Put his
Yeah.
thumb on the scale a little
Makes
bit.
sense. Yeah. Balance out the universe.
Yeah. The universe seeks balance via Applebee's.
So yeah, Grubhub. We use that an embarrassing amount because
Same.
listen,
It's
gro-
gross.
I'm
It's
not that
fucked.
good at grocery shopping. It's hard to do and it's expensive. And if you don't do it right, you end up throwing away half the food anyway. He is gone most weekends, so it's like shopping for the both of us is impossible because sometimes he's home, sometimes he's not. These all excuses? Maybe, but there are people out there who make food and need money, and I can give them my money in exchange for the food, and so I do that.
Oh
quite
my
a bit.
goodness.
It's
Absolutely.
social work. It's social work what you're doing,
If you
really.
think about it.
Yeah.
If you think
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, that's
community
what it
service.
is.
Right.
Social.
I support the restaurant workers. So maybe you guys are out here trying to take their jobs by cooking yourself a fettuccine alfredo, but not me.
No, I don't. No, I'm with you. I ordered. I don't know why.
Sean does have the Alfredo. Fettuccine that he struggles.
Cook it a lot. Yeah, I just got little tortillas I roll up. Skip the middleman, you know?
Dave, time for your third pick.
My third pick, I am going to go Zillow.
Yes.
Okay.
Man,
I've gotten 3 apartments on there, and I've also daydreamed my life away.
it's so fun.
I have
Just
set up.
looking at houses, looking at rooms and houses,
I have set up so many alternate lives for myself
Yeah.
on Zillow. Just like
building a little life
Same.
in Tallahassee.
Well, look at me.
Same.
I'm in Ann Arbor. Maybe I mostly write books now. I have this beautiful $800,000 house on the lake, and I'm living.
I just live on St. Simon's Island, and that's it. That's
I know
me
the
now.
I know the bakery I walk to. I know the bookstore that, I have like a light flirtation with the old lady who works there. We get along great, like
100%.
whole fake
100%.
lives for myself just based on Zillow listings. Dana will send me ones, both in Chicago and Portland, which I think is very political of her.
Yeah. It is. It is.
It is.
That's tough.
Just all the time, and I'm like, let's move, and she's like, no, I like LA, but I'm ready. Zillow's dangerous.
No, Zillow is fine. I'll risk it all because you assume that price is exactly the price they want. You know, or exactly the
Laura
way
had
it's
to
gonna
talk me off
shake
that
out.
ledge so many
You know
times.
what I mean? So I'm like, yeah, I could get this. I could buy this place.
Yep. And then you start, you looking or whatever, and Laura would be like, "It's gonna go for at least 100,000 more than that. That's asking." I'm like, no, well, that's,
Remember when it used to be below? When you used to be
Yeah.
like, oh, that's asking. You can offer below. Now it's like,
Yeah.
well, now you're competing against a bunch of people who also need a house.
cash skipping.
With interest
Giving
rates
checks.
maybe where they are right now, that's not necessarily the case.
And the
You get in
goings
there.
on.
And the
Yeah.
goings on and whatnot,
Whatnot.
depending on the market. There's also, you can go on like that, like Zillow Gone Wild type stuff, where there's
What?
Oh, the Florida Keys.
where you just you click. There's certain Zillows where you click on it and you're like, look at the tour of this house, and then it's like seems normal, seems normal, seems normal. Room full of ventriloquist dummies. Closet in that room that opens up to a bowling alley where it's like other ventriloquist dummies posed for sex acts. It's crazy. Full grottos inside people's houses in like Grants Pass, Oregon. Just like insane shit.
It's fun to see what people do. You know what I mean? We're like, oh, okay,
The
cool.
vision
Yeah.
they have. You're like, whoa, you really saw this room as like a jungle office, and then you
Yeah.
made it into a jungle office. I
Built in a
respect
water
that.
slide. Come on.
Yeah, you saw it through. Would I do it? No, but you
No.
did, and I'm happy to be able to see it.
I'm sad that you have to sell.
You'll find like a cattle baron in Omaha who turned his basement into a very realistic looking Roman street. Like
Right.
like that stuff is out there. And when they sell
Yeah.
that house, you get to see it on Zillow.
I love it.
Also,
I love it. I love it.
athlete homes every now and then pop their way on there.
That's fun.
And I mean, it is a good resource. I found my last 3 apartments on Zillow. Like, it is
Yeah.
it's pretty great.
Useful.
We should. They're like an evil company that helps buy up houses in bulk and then rents them out. But who's not evil these days?
Yeah, it's all bad. There's no ethical consumption under
I don't think
capitalism.
any of you are evil.
Allegedly? Oh, I'm evil.
I don't think you have to. I don't think you have to say that anymore. It's
I don't
not
have to say
alleged.
allegedly.
None of you are evil.
I'm
Not
evil.
real.
I'm evil.
Really, it's
Yeah.
funny. All of these apps, I feel like you have to say like start with a caveat of like, I don't support the way they've displaced workers in this industry, and I wish I didn't participate in this one cultural ritual, but I do,
Yeah.
and I'm drafting Grubhub.
No
So that's
ethical
cool.
consumerism under capitalism.
That's so right.
Yeah.
Just
So
there isn't, man.
Preach.
Yeah. I've been saying. I tattooed on a full tattoo on my back with that. Sean, the most evil dude I know. Time for your third pick.
I mean, Instagram. I like Instagram.
You're already defensive. You
No,
haven't
I
even
know.
picked it yet.
Yeah.
Stop yelling at me. Instagram.
It's tough because it is. Everybody I feel like has a weird relationship with Instagram, but if I get what I want, which is skateboarding and fight videos and shoes, then I have a great time with Instagram. I'm on Instagram the most by far. I checked today. I'm on Instagram like 80% more than anything else. So
Really?
2 years ago, Instagram would have been so high on my draft list.
Yeah.
And then comedians, because of the industry, had to start posting videos all the time,
Crowd work.
including
Have you
me.
ever seen any crowd work?
No,
Yes.
I'm looking for
Have you
it.
ever seen any crowd? Have you ever seen a comedian own a heckler?
Very excited to see my first video of that. I can't wait. I'm
It's pretty cool.
very excited about crowd work. And now my entire timeline, because like I follow friends and I don't want to unfollow my friends, is just an endless sea of stand-up videos, and I post them too. I'm not exempt in this conversation, but it's just like,
It makes it that you don't look at it though. All my Instagram is like promo for tours, so it's like I don't
Yeah.
see that or even see people interact with it. Just buy the goddamn tickets.
I have fun. I still get to watch plenty of skateboarding. Like so the same thing that's happened in stand-up is happening in skateboarding, but I'm not a professional skateboarder, so I love it because they all have to post footage all the time, and so I get to see all of this stuff constantly. And also, it's a really good way to stay in touch with people who want to reach out. I
That's
don't know.
true.
I still
Yeah.
answer every message, and it doesn't.
Wow.
You know, it's not crazy. It's 10 a day or something, and
It's a
yeah,
lot.
it's great.
That's a lot.
What
I
happens
don't
when you take off?
10 a
What
day
happens
is a
when that
lot.
star just shines and you've got 100 a day? Then what? Now you're in a prison of your own making.
I'll answer him as long. I don't know. It makes me feel very special when somebody reaches out and says something nice. And I mean, people do it so much more than mean stuff. I've only had like 2 or 3 mean ones. All the rest are people reaching out saying they're appreciative of this. You know, and it's
2 or
great.
3.
I had one guy shit on me
2
because
or 3 mean ones.
one guy said I was mean to rollerbladers. So he's like, I love Ian and David because they're real, but you're just one of those people that probably called people gay in high school. And I was like,
To be fair,
yeah.
yeah, I mean, yeah.
yeah.
But he was like, you treat rollerbladers the way that whatever. And I was like, man, I'm sorry if it came across that way. And then he came at me again. I was like, it looks stupid. What do you want me to say? But I was like, I'm not being rude. I'm just telling you, man. We got into it a little bit. And then he never responded. He probably will after this because he still listens to the show.
bizarre.
David and I are real, though. You got to hand it to him.
We're so
Yeah.
real. We
Yeah.
don't have any opinions on rollerbladers.
I love rollerblading. I think it's great.
I'm ambivalent.
Hit me up.
I don't
Can you
hate
guys
it.
censor this? Can you just like put? I feel like she doesn't realize she's showing the world.
She's definitely
Everything she's
flashing
got.
big.
Yeah, she knows what she's doing.
She's in her
Yeah.
draw me like one of your French girls pose.
Under a painting of her,
Yeah.
That is
Oh, that's actually
decadent.
a Lego creation of her. I made that.
Under her, that is. She's already been Legoed
With
like
her
one of
title
your French
belt.
girls.
with
I love
her
it.
tag team championship.
Katie's
belt.
talking about her
that
dog
dog's
murder.
got a good life.
She's
Bitch
a-
got it good.
Yeah, what are you doing in that dog's house? I gotta ask. If I had to
She
guess
lets me
who
call it
owns
in
the
here.
place.
This is her room. I'm
PAWD.
in her room.
She lets you PAWD in there.
That's
Sean?
right. Nice. Really good, Sean. Really good stuff.
Not Instagram.
Instagram.
Yeah.
Okay.
Katie was talking about her dog posing suggestively on the couch behind her for the list.
Damn near in the nude. As naked as
Instagram.
a dog can be.
Sean, it's time for your fourth pick, and we're going to get to that pick right after the short break.
This episode of All Fantasy Everything is brought to you by HelloFresh. Now, with HelloFresh, you get farm fresh, pre-portioned ingredients. You get seasonal recipes. They are delivered right to your doorstep. Skip going to the grocery store. You know it's crowded right now. You know it. Count on HelloFresh to make home cooking easy, fun, and affordable. That's why it is America's #1 meal kit. When I say it's easy, I mean it's easy. Your boy cannot cook at all. I'm terrible at it. HelloFresh makes me look like I have a Michelin star tattooed on my neck. It is the best. And the holidays, right around the corner, like we're saying, HelloFresh can help take all that stress out of dinner by just delivering everything you need to cook right to your door. You save so much time. They pre-portion the ingredients for you. They do all the shopping, so you don't have to go find where turmeric is or cumin or any of that stuff. They do it for you. It's in a tight little box. It's fun to unbox anything. That's just a well-known fact. And like I was saying, it can be so hectic. HelloFresh, they got 15-minute meals. They come right in. They're quick fixes. They help you get a wholesome meal on the table for yourself, for guests, for family, whoever, in such a small amount of time that you can focus on all the important stuff. You know what I mean? Like eggnog, stuff like that. Who doesn't want eggnog? You can wrap stuff. You know, take that time, use it for yourself. The most wonderful time of the year can be the most delicious if you really think about it. You can enjoy every bite of the holiday season with HelloFresh. You can choose from over 45 weekly recipes and over 100 curated picks from the HelloFresh market. They got you covered. All the dietary restrictions you're looking for, they cater to everybody. So hop in there, check it out. Like I said, everything comes in a nice little box. You get it out, you set it on the counter. It tells you exactly what to do. Before you know it, you're simmering stuff, you're searing stuff, you're cutting, it's just looking good. You feel better about yourself, and that trickles down the waterfall of dopeness for everybody involved in your life. Go to HelloFresh.com/allfantasy free and use code allfantasyfree for free breakfast for life. One breakfast item per box while subscription is active. That's free breakfast for life at HelloFresh.com/allfantasyfree with the code allfantasyfree. Check it out. Go for it. HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit. This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Now, everybody out there, it's coming up to that time of the year where mentally things can get a little challenging. You know, whatever it is. Some people have a tough time with the holidays. Some people absolutely love the holidays, but it can be an extremely high-stress situation. I am of the latter. I love this time of year, but it's extremely, extremely anxiety-inducing for your boy. And it helps to be able to compartmentalize things, to do you, essentially, you know, to make sure that you're taking care of yourself, which is something that not everybody does. You're so worried about what other people are doing, what other people are thinking, that it's just something that you can throw by the wayside thinking, I'll be fine. You know, I do it all the time. Big people pleaser. I'm always worried about everybody else being happy, and that completely gets in the way of your own happiness sometimes. There is a very fine balance, and that is exactly where something like therapy is designed to help. It is always good to have somebody to talk to. It's good to have somebody to listen. It's good to hear other viewpoints and just have people put it in perspective for you, and to help with any trauma that you might have experienced. So if you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. Seriously, just do it. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible. It's suited to your schedule. You just fill out a brief questionnaire. You get matched with a licensed therapist. You can switch therapists at any time for 0 additional charge. Make your brain your friend with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/allfantasy today to get 10% off your first month. Again, that's BetterHelp, HELP.com/allfantasy.
Hey, we're back. Welcome back to All Fantasy Everything. A vibe.
That's one that I don't think is going to make it for me. I don't think vibe is going to be something I can ever say.
AFE, it's a vibe.
You don't think you can say vibe?
Not like that. I couldn't be like, oh, it's a vibe.
I could see saying, what's the vibe?
I could say I've got
Yes.
vibed out of places. Like I've got vibed out of the skate park before, but I don't think I could be like, it's a vibe.
Vibed out.
It is literally a vibe.
I'm old enough that I'll tell you guys the truth. I don't fully know what it means all the time.
No.
Like a type of energy.
Either. I don't
Feels
want
like-
to. It's not for
Feels like
me.
it goes back and forth a
It
lot.
feels like a way to describe something without having to describe it, much like what that generation has done with the term aesthetic,
Oh, I was
used
about
to
to bring
mean-
that up.
which used to mean like, oh, it is a certain aesthetic, like it's a, you know, a certain type of visual look, and now it just means like, that's so aesthetic, which means like it's visually pleasing to me,
Yeah.
but it doesn't describe it in any way, so it's like a very undescriptive descriptor,
It's become short
much like a vibe or a
aesthetically
mood.
pleasing.
Which mood? Yeah,
The
which
kids.
mood is it?
Kids are out here.
It's a Big one. Big move.
Last night was a movie. What movie?
Yeah, oh, I hate that.
Oh, that's yeah.
You know, we're
Don't
just
like
getting away from the
I
thing.
forget about that
We're
one.
getting too far away from the thing
Kids
of it all. Kids.
was the movie.
Oh, I hope it. Last night? This is most recent last night?
That sucks.
We gotta talk.
Man, what if that was someone's vibe? Was kids? Yeah, that's my vibe.
Harmony Korine.
Somebody else
That's
the one
my
where
vibe.
the movie Kids.
Aesthetic, vibe, and movie. And mood. Kids. Sean, time for your fourth pick.
I'm gonna go IMDb. I have a lot of fun on IMDb.
Really?
Yeah,
We're just
I always
having a little
poke around.
perusal.
Yeah, that's a good one, a good safe one to numb out on. There's nothing like what am I watching right now? Can't even think of what I was watching.
Blood in, Blood out.
Yeah, exactly. I was watching Blood In, Blood Out and just looking through, seeing like Benjamin Bratt. You go through his IMDb, or like seeing Tuco. Raymond Cruz is his real name. I found out through IMDb yesterday or a couple days ago. Then just go and be like, oh shit, I didn't know Tuco was in that. And then as you're looking at the whole thing, you're like, I stopped calling him Tuco. He's done a lot more than that. He's Raymond Cruz. He's not Tuco.
But you still call him Miklo, right?
Miklo, dude, that guy didn't really do anything.
Not much. Pobre, milkweed. I'm a Pillsbury dough man.
You also
Sorry,
see
I
it's
could quote
called,
that movie forever.
it's called Bound by Blood. I didn't know that unless I was on IMDb because I was
Bound
looking
by
at Blood
Honor.
In, Blood Out. Bound by Honor. Because I was looking, I was like, am I
Did you say
crazy?
brown blood
John's made a hard right turn into the blood, dude. Now
I
he
am
just says
feeling
every word
Irie.
with
I
a B.
didn't realize how Irie was feeling, but you're right. He
Well,
was.
I'm feeling Irie.
Like, I didn't know that until yesterday. It'll have random movie facts, which is the dankest. You can get all the fun little trivia about movies. You can get the birthdays. You get the hot goss on there. It's fun. And it's all, no one's saying bad shit on there yet. There's no real way to do it. It's all just facts and fun stuff. So, IMDb I'm on a lot. Looking up pictures of people when they first started, you know, like young Christopher Walken, handsome. Hot. Young Meryl Streep, beautiful. Everyone was always handsome and
Current
beautiful.
Meryl Streep, beautiful.
She said current Meryl Streep, beautiful, Sean.
Current Meryl Streep, extremely beautiful.
Yeah, oh, that's pandering.
Okay,
Now that's
yeah.
pandering.
Come
It's a
on,
little.
Sean.
Probably the best looking woman on the planet.
You know what,
Wow.
Sean? To my
Except
face.
for my wife. Except for my wife, Laura.
Hurtful.
And Katie.
Oh, you didn't have to say that.
And Katie Nolan.
Come on. Oh, Sean, that's so sweet.
Nady
I try
Cole.
to do what I
Say
can.
that.
I do what I can, you know.
IMDb.
Yeah, IMDb.
Internet Movie Database.
Internet
David?
movie
Oh, I
database.
thought it was I'm massive douchebag.
I'm massive douchebag.
Good to know, though. You said the Internet Movie Database?
Internet
Database.
Movie Database. I'm massive douchebag. David, time for your fourth pick?
My fourth pick, and this is
Ooh,
I
love
use
this
it a
already.
lot. I do because it's like the main way I contact with my little brothers, and then we have a group called Family Matters. I gotta take Snapchat.
Wow.
The kids are still using Snapchat like crazy,
all
right?
the fucking time.
Why?
All
I spent about
the
6
time.
months on Snapchat, and
Is it because it disappears? What are
Well,
they?
no, but these are my little brothers. that
yeah,
we're
it's not
talking
for
about.
us. Yeah,
But
but
I'm saying, what are they using it for?
He just uses it. They both use it like texting.
they text. Yeah,
But you could
Yeah.
just text.
No, but that's not what's happened. I don't. What do you want from me?
I know. I'm sorry. You're right. I'm so
So
sorry.
my friend's
Why, though?
my friend's daughter's in high school, and she was saying what they'll do is they'll just take pictures of random shit all day, and then it's just like bait and hook. Like somebody will respond to one of the pictures, and then they just start texting.
I
So
don't
it's
know.
just
I
like a
don't-
way to initiate a
And
conversation.
I like to keep the streaks going, like because you have a streak with your
Yeah,
friends.
so if you don't
Oh
respond,
yeah,
they
that
go away.
encourages community and communication. I like that part.
Yep.
I just don't know that I want a little girl on a disappearing photo app. I feel like it's an unsafe place.
Well, like I said,
Yep.
Katie, I'm talking to my little brother. I don't know why you have to
No, I get it.
bring it down.
Well, that's because that's what I think of when I think of Snapchat. Remember when that one comic learned that you can take a screen grab of a Snapchat live podcast and you watched his face go? Because I do. That's what Snapchat
I
makes me
remember
think of.
that as well. That is a funny video.
I don't remember that. I have no idea what you're talking about.
I'll
but
send
that
it
sounds
to you.
funny. All right.
It was very funny.
Yeah.
In the sense that it's not, you know.
My nephew is very wholesome. David's hearing some mysterious sounds in him.
Did you guys hear that?
No.
No.
Okay.
Is there? I mean, you can see your whole apartment. I still trip out that one time we walked in and there was a dude on the balcony. That blew my mind.
I did love it.
Blew my mind.
He was washing my windows.
He was washing the windows, but
Oh, yeah.
I was just like, shit, there's a guy out there. Right
Yeah,
there.
it wasn't great. Not ideal.
It's amazing that Snapchat has held on like it did. Because
I feel
it
like
really
you
felt
went
like a flash in
down.
the pan, and then it
Yeah.
was gone. But it's like the kids love it.
Do they still do shows? As the former host
I
of
don't
Sports
think
Center on
so.
Snapchat, that was when I first got to ESPN, that was my whole job. And I was like on this app that I don't know how to use. And then I remember I went out to, I feel like I was in Vegas for like a Snapchat conference because I was a host of a show on their, and they, and I think one of the Kardashians, one of the younger ones tweeted like, Snapchat's so dead or something. And they panicked. Everybody was panicking. They were like, our stock is going to go down. This is very bad for us.
And it'd be intense
It
if
was
somebody
it
could
was
just
intense.
randomly tweet something that could potentially.
It was just scary to be like, hey, can I get something else going on? Because if this app is going to go down because a beautiful rich woman tweeted that she didn't like it, I kind of need somewhere else for my stuff to live.
I think Shane hosted a Snapchat show, right?
Yeah, the Comedy Central used to do them. I was like the
that's
comic of
right.
the day or some shit on there, and it
I
was
remember
like
that. Yeah.
more than being on television. I had
Yeah.
people I know
Oh, that's
hit me
cool.
up like, "Holy shit, I saw you on Snapchat."
Man, I haven't opened it in so I gotta just re-download
I
it,
even
I
got
guess,
it
because
anymore.
I'm young.
It's not.
We're all young.
Because I'm closer to young than most.
I'm like
Yeah.
I'm 6 years old.
Yeah.
I basically only.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, it's all
I'm
just my
listening.
family.
Yeah.
I never
well,
really truly figured out Snapchat, if I'm being
Yeah,
honest. I never
it's-
really
Me
understood
neither.
it.
It's there is like a lot of stuff you can do. So that's like my little brother's good at like effects, so he'll send like really funny videos of him doing silly shit.
Oh, that's fun. I like that. That's creative.
Yeah. It's you can be very creative within it if you want to.
Right. Well, that's good.
Now that we've taken that, we did our break, but then I forgot to do our plugs, which is a thing I keep doing.
Oh no.
I know.
No, we get them in every time.
No, we're gonna do them right now. We're gonna do them right the frig now. My name is Ian Carmel, at Ian Carmel on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Follow me on all those things. YouTube, go ahead and follow me on there too. I'm hitting the road doing stand-up comedy. You can see me this weekend at Magoobies.
Magoobies.
The funniest comedy
In
club. man.
Baltimore.
I'm so
Where is
excited for you
that?
to say it.
It's in Timonium, Maryland, aka
Timonium.
Baltimore.
That's right.
In Timonium, Maryland, at McGibby's Joke House. I will be there tomorrow night, November 3rd, and Saturday, November 4th. Gonna be a lot of fun. Come check me out there. And then I will be in Vancouver at the House of Comedy in British Columbia with one Sean Jordan.
Driving, baby. We driving. I checked my passport yesterday. I'm
Driving.
good.
We're driving up. We're driving
Yeah.
from Portland, November 30th through December 3rd.
Yeah, we got a Sunday show. I don't know what Sundays are like in
Whoa.
Canada, but let's find out.
It's
I
gonna
don't
be
love Sunday shows.
it's gonna be a vibe. I'll tell you that.
Oh, it's gonna be an aesthetic
It's gonna
Playboy,
be
Canadian
aesthetic and
aesthetic.
vibe.
Yeah.
And then the following week, I am in Austin, Texas, at the Vulcan Gas Company, December 8th and 9th. The following month, January 4th, I'm in New York City at the City Winery.
Oh, hello.
Yeah.
Well,
And we're
that's
gonna-
exciting.
And we're going to be there early.
Jan 4.
Yeah, Jan 4, and we're going to get there a little early so we can hang out with Katie Nolan.
Hell yeah.
Jan 5, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, at the City Winery. Jan 6, Boston, Massachusetts,
City Winery?
at the City Winery.
City
What is
winner.
that?
Let me guess.
Do you work
It's
for
a
Big
chain
Winery?
now.
I
They
work for,
do great shows. It's cool.
they do great shows. I work for Big Wine. And we're going to fucking make it
That's
happen.
short for Big Wine Up the Waist, is actually.
Big wine.
I'm feeling irie. And we're all going to be feeling irie in Phoenix, Arizona.
We're going.
February.
In February 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, where we are
The only
going.
month that you can go there without.
We love
Fixating on the
Phoenix. Classically, we've always loved Phoenix.
We love
We're
Phoenix.
thrilled to go.
And that's
I
why we're
do
doing.
like Phoenix. I like it.
I do too.
I do too.
Tempe Skate Park's probably the best park I've ever been to.
We're doing a live AFE there, and we're doing Go Diamondbacks. We're doing stand-up comedy as well. So you can come buy tickets to come see us do the three of us do stand-up comedy and do a live all fantasy everything. And then finally, March 23rd, I am back in Portland, Oregon at Revolution Hall.
Wow.
Doing an hour, my new hour. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. It's going to be a great time. Everybody enjoy it. Pre-order T-shirt Swim Club, my book, right now. Anywhere you can pre-order books.
When does it come out?
June 21st or something like that.
God.
Yeah.
Wow, they make pre-order books way ahead.
Are you done writing it yet?
I'm done writing it.
Okay.
I'm done writing it. The book,
freak me out.
the book process is insane. It's just they have such a it's like landing planes. It's all like lined up all day. You know, like this is coming out next.
You have to go on a book tour.
Doing a book tour too.
You get to go on a book tour.
Details.
Are you
to
gonna
come.
line up your comedy with your book tour dates? That seems like it makes a lot of sense.
Are you gonna get a tweed jacket?
Yes. That's the one thing I know. I'm getting a fucking tweet jacket.
You're gonna tweet about it.
Hey Sean.
You're gonna tweet about it.
Hey Sean.
Put on Tweeter.
We're not doing your dates now, dude.
We could bring it down.
Cool Guy Jokes 87. His name is David Bory. You can see him on the road.
Oh, this is November?
November 2nd.
Oh, tour's over. Leave me alone. I'm sleeping.
Come see us in
I think
Phoenix.
I have dates that start back up in January or something, but for right now, yeah, I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm tired.
Oh yeah, you deserve it.
It's been a long fall.
David's thing is come see me in Magoobies.
Yeah. Oh, wait. I don't know. Am I allowed to? Maybe not. Never mind.
We don't know what the
What?
strike's going to be doing.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh.
So I'm
We'll
not
drop in,
supposed
if
to.
it's over, we'll drop in a little, plug.
Yeah, I don't think it comes out. I don't think the show comes out till Thanksgiving, anyways. Isaac, put air horns over that. What's your?
I got you. Here you go, Isaac. You want that clean?
Thank you, Katie. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sean Jordan is here, fresh off the heels of a successful album recording.
Hey.
Hey.
When
We
this
got
is
the
coming
camera
out.
angles
Jazz?
yesterday,
You
baby.
did jazz this time?
He did jazz. He was doing jazz
Recording
cello.
the whole thing, man. Video, audio. Yeah, subscribe to Sean Jordan Comedy or Comedian on YouTube for when that drops. November
Good.
16th, I'll be at the Tiny House Bar in Omaha. Second show added, first one sold out. Thank you.
Wow.
November
It is
30th
tiny,
through December
though.
3rd, I'll be with Awani and Carmel in Canada. And then, yeah, come see us in Phoenix, February 1st through the 3rd. I'm stoked. I'm looking forward to it. Also, I'm going to be selling, I ordered new socks, new merch that I'm going to start selling online. I figured out how to do it. I'm
Yeah, I
excited
got
about
your
it.
socks right over there.
And they're back.
Sean's main plug is don't forget to come see me at Magoobies.
Yes, and on your way there, sign up, buy tickets for the Tiny House Bar in Omaha, Nebraska on November 16th.
I feel like you perform in Omaha a lot. Am I wrong about that?
I've never performed in Omaha.
Really?
I've never done
Really?
stand up in Omaha. I did stand up in Omaha one time at the Crom Festival, like 8 years
And you
ago or
sold
something.
it out? That's good, Sean. That's good.
Well, thank you.
Good job.
Preach. It's fucking
The
saying.
demand
I've
is
said
there.
that 3 times.
Preach.
Yeah, I've said it 3 times in the last hour and
That's enough.
44 minutes. Bars.
Katie Nolan is here. At Katie Nolan on Twitter. At Navy Colon on Instagram.
Yeah, I don't have much. I was excited when you forgot the plugs because it's like when the teacher doesn't collect the homework. But here we are.
Yeah.
Oh, that
You
was
have
the
at this point.
shit.
This is November 2nd. You're saying?
That's
Yeah.
right, the 2nd of November.
So you will have seen me win my first round of Celebrity Jeopardy.
Woo!
Hey.
Which
Congrats.
means thank you so much. Which means that I'll have another round coming up, and that may have already aired. I don't actually know, but
It's gonna be you versus the guy from Hoobastank.
and
The
I
other
don't know
guy
any
from
other
Hoobastank.
celebrities.
The Shermanator?
the other guy from it's just me versus Double Hooba.
Yeah, and then Shane
Double.
Battier for some reason.
Shane Battier. It's the
He's
original
in it.
guy, the original
He's in it.
chairman from Iron
Is he
Chef.
really?
I think.
Really?
Think so.
Double Hooba.
Let me check.
They say Hooba.
Hoobastank. It's Hoobastank. It's the guy from Switchfoot. It's the guy from Yellow Card, and Katie Nolan.
Can't wait.
Yeah, Shane Battier is on this season of Celebrity Jeopardy.
Whoa!
That's crazy.
I keep up with him.
Yeah, you're on Battier.
I'm a big Battier guy.
On the
That's
Battier
next-
app.
Stop
Battier
saying
boy for
apps.
life.
Stop saying the Battier
Yeah.
update. That's my next pick.
Katie, it is time for your next pick. What is that next pick?
The Battier update. It's Batty's West is what it's called.
Oh no.
Sorry.
That show's a tough watch.
I know. Okay, look. No ethical consumption under capitalism. I have to take Amazon. If you had told me 20 years ago that there's just you can pull up your phone and like, I need paper towels, I need sponges, I need a shirt, and I need a pair of Fila white sneakers, and then just click a button and they'll be there in like 3 days, that's crazy. That's
Yes,
crazy
nice.
text to me. It's we all hate it. We hate the things about it. We hate. There's a lot of complaints, but at the end of the day, it's an app that I can use to buy anything,
Pre-order
pretty
T-shirt
much, that I
Swim
need.
Club.
That's right. I can
the book
pre-order
by Ian
books.
Carmel.
That's right.
Yeah.
And so I just have to,
Bubbles.
bow down
Bubbles,
to
bubbles.
Daddy Bezos and take Amazon with my fourth pick.
I live sort of near like a Amazon distribution center, and my neighborhood is full of those Amazon vans. And I'm like, I'm gonna get hit by one of these vans. Just
And then
for the
you're gonna
sheer-
be rich.
Then I'm gonna be rich.
Wait,
Because
are they
they're just like-
driverless vans? They're not driverless vans.
They're not driverless. They're drivered. I would almost prefer they were driverless.
Yeah, because then you know who you're getting the money from.
They're partially driver. They're people who are working for not enough money on their phones. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like trying to deliver an amount of packages that is probably untenable in a certain amount of time. And they're like usually cruising through our neighborhood pretty quick. And they're big ass
Yeah.
vans.
Yep, it's intense.
Yeah.
Katie. So just think
It's-
about that.
I know. It really just made me think of like people that like don't get breaks at work, and I'm like, yeah, but if I just stopped ordering paper towels, that would not change anything. Like I wish the people who were in charge of these industries would be also as invested in making them like workable and livable and rewarding for the people who do the work.
I like going to the store. Still.
I hate it.
I do too. I've always liked it. I would go to the store for
hate it.
anything.
You are
Any
a go to the
excuse.
store ass guy, Sean.
Yeah.
I loved it, man.
Do you
I
still
lo-
call in your food deliveries?
Never.
No.
Oh no, I love going to I take Max to the store all the time.
Well, yeah,
Probably
you have a
every
kid.
day
That
we
is
go
a
to the
good.
grocery
It's like
store.
a good activity.
I
feel
liked it
like.
before that. I like the
Oh, okay.
mall. I like Target. I like getting up in there. I go
Have you
walk
been to a
around.
mall recently? Because they're not as
I've been to a
fun.
mall recently.
They're a lot sadder than they used to be.
My friend Jeff texted, he goes, "You want to go get some steps in and have lunch at the mall?" That was 2 days ago. And I was like,
Okay.
"Absolutely, I do."
All right.
Oh yeah.
The malls have really gone to extremes. Like some of them are like so depressing and awful, and then like at least in LA, and then the other ones are like, is this more expensive than Disneyland? What's going on here?
We got the town
You gotta
center.
pay
We
a
got
fee to get in.
Washington
You're
yeah.
like, what? A
Two
cover?
malls that are still absolutely thriving in the Portland area: Lloyd Center, Noit Soy Moich. But
Chicago
the,
Town Center is doing all right.
Wash Square and Clacktown, they're malls. Hella still. I love it.
Hella.
I went to the Jersey City Mall. I think
Hella
that's what it's
still.
called, but the mall that's in Jersey City at Christmas last year. And Christmas is when a mall is thriving.
The mall
it's
is.
bustling. It's got
Oh.
decorations. It's
Yes.
like a whole center of, and it was so sad that I was like, I don't think I'm gonna be going to malls anytime, because the decorations were clearly old and like half-assedly put up because they knew nobody was coming. It was empty. There was nobody there. It was really
Dude,
sad.
I love the mall at Christmas. Oof.
Yeah.
God, I love it.
Yeah.
Don't go
Okay,
to
so
Jersey
I
City.
picked Amazon. Sorry, I'm a bad person. Everybody
No, we all
boo.
use it.
All
We
at
all
once.
use
3,
it.
2, 1, boo. I'll just buy myself some new friends on my little app, and they'll be here in. It says 2 days, and I pay for 2 days, but it'll probably be here in 4 days. So
Ooh, criticism. Leveling criticisms.
Amazon.
Time for my third and then my final picks, as it is.
Wait.
Fourth and final picks, as it is. A serpentine, right?
And you wonder why I never know how many picks we do. It's 5, right? It's
That's not on me. It's 5. Baby, and my fourth one, before I get to my fifth one, is going to be the New York Times app.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
I use it all the time. I initially got it when I was still a late night television writer because I needed to stay abreast of what was going on in the world.
Makes
And now
sense.
it's the first thing I read every morning before I hop on like social. Now, That
Do you do the
doesn't make
roundup?
sense. I do the roundup. I read the news. I just go through the stories. Usually,
Same.
also terrible for my psyche because ain't nothing
Yeah.
in the news but the blues. But it is good to know. I used to like when I would hang out with people I didn't know that well. I was like, what do you talk about? What are you supposed to talk about with people?
The weather, I
And
think.
the weather, and now I at least have the news in addition to the weather.
That really made me laugh. Nothing in the news but the blues. I haven't heard that in maybe ever, but
You must have heard Kanye say it in that one song.
I'm sure I did, but it's
Yeah.
not. I don't remember it. But it's
Well-
really. I still want to be laughing at it.
It's true. Even scrolling through the news right now, ain't nothing but the blues. But it's good to know what's going on. It's good.
Yeah.
I think also as a comedian to like have an idea of what's going on, so you can like talk about things. Also, it gets into like the New York Times has like fun stories. They have, although they split it off to a different app now, they still have like the games on there. It's fun. I like it. The New
Nice.
York Times. The
It's
New
my
York
fault.
Times.
Anything that would give me any actual real information, I don't.
I'm so smart. What's the capital of Argentina?
Buenos Aires.
Yeah.
It's an easy one. Picking the easy ones.
I'm so smart. What's the capital of Micronesia?
Oh, that's a tough one. It's Palikir, I think. Palikir. I panicked. Those islands are tough.
When did you learn? Did you like just put your mind to this and learn this recently, or was this
Yes.
like what?
For Jeopardy,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, just in case. I figured I should know
That was
these
your
things.
Q foods, huh?
Yeah, it just was. It
What is
was.
a quince?
Dan was in the audience, and he said he turned to Ken Jennings, the host's wife, when I was like running a category, and he was like, "She's in the zone." And she said that she leaned over and went, "What?" He was like, "Never mind."
That is great.
Yeah, I'm stoked to watch.
I'm staying in the New York Times world for my final pick. I'm taking New York Times cooking.
Oh,
I love it. I love to cook. I'm a big fan of cooking at home, and the New York Times cooking is a treasure trove of recipes.
Yeah.
not me. I support restaurant workers. What were you saying?
I
Small
support
businesses. I support small businesses.
farmers market workers, and app developers as well. So
Okay.
here, like recipe of the day: maple soy pork chops with sashimi togarashi.
And what does that last word mean?
I believe it's the capital of.
Of Tuvalu, actually.
You can put it. What is the capital of Tuvalu? You must know.
Funafuti.
Oh my god.
Look at how David froze. Oh, damn it.
Did
You
you
can
see?
put
I took a
anything
picture
in
of
the
how you
search
guys
bar on the New York Times cooking app.
Nice.
That's
Oh,
pretty
nice.
It's pretty
nice.
funny. Katie was
Yeah.
way in there.
I'm so sorry.
It's pretty funny. Anyways. sorry.
Name a food.
Pork chops.
Pork chops.
I just
I just
said
said
that.
pork chops.
Oh, you did? Really?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Rhubarb.
Yes, rhubarb. All right.
That was hilarious.
In a miso.
Yeah. 10 rhubarb recipes.
Not a lot.
Rhubarb quick bread. Well, no, that's just a list. That's like 10
That's not
rhubarb
a little.
recipes. And then there's
10?
like, and then there's
It's a very dynamic
Oh, no, and-
vegetable root.
then there's dozens. Then there's dozens and dozens of rhubarb recipes in here.
Whoa.
But that's just a list of the 10 most popular. I just love it. If you get a recipe and you're like, what can I cook with this? You throw it in there. There's a great and thriving community note
It
section.
does seem
Oh.
fantastic. Like, that seems
Yeah.
like it would be, if I were to venture into cooking, that would be a very user-friendly way to do it.
Indeed it is.
Yeah.
And indeed it is.
I like that, bro.
New York Times cooking app, my final pick.
Good pick.
Katie?
Well, see, you just took 2 New York Times apps, so I cannot take New York Times games. I would, but I don't think we need to blow them this hard. And so, with my final pick,
I don't know why I didn't. That was not the term, the verbiage I thought you were.
Why you
And
blowing the
so-
New York Times so hard, bro?
with my pick, which maybe that telegraphed the kind of person I am, I'm gonna take Reddit.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man.
I
Never got in, never will.
Here's the thing. Reddit, to me, the way that I approach Reddit now is that it's just very plugged in communities that you can like overhear what they're talking about.
Yes.
Like you don't have to be, for somebody like me who isn't like a diehard fan of a bunch of like I like to watch diehard fans have conversations about the thing that they're obsessed with, and then I can learn just enough of like, oh, here's how that community feels about that thing.
Someone's at my door. I'll be right back. Keep it outside.
I mean, you guys have all left except Sean and I, and so I just feel like
Sounds like that means just two of us have left.
yeah.
That feels like
I
all
guess
is
that's
like
it,
a big.
David.
I have Reddit's another one I don't really know how to navigate, so I just haven't ever started with it. It just seems like there's so much.
I just subscribe to all of the things I'm interested in, and then the good thing is every now and then you can toss in one of those like there was an attempt or like something where it's just going to be funny videos of people trying to do something.
Yeah.
So that then your homepage is like, oh, you follow NBA, so there's like all the top NBA most interacted with things like stories and posts or whatever will be on your front page, and then you'll get like a funny video, and then you'll get like relationship advice, and it's somebody writing in about something happening in their relationship, and then a bunch of strangers telling them how they're supposed to solve that.
Peace.
And then
That's
you'll get,
it.
like,
I'm
pop
done.
culture news. So like my front page of my
Peace.
Reddit is just a smattering of all the things I could possibly be interested in.